Star Hoops, Central Vibes, where the ladies thrive. Breaking it down, highlights come alive, crossovers, threes, hustle don't stop. Women's game shining, we taking it to the top. Handles ridiculous, moves so ferocious. Step backs lethal like poetry in motion. Queens on the court making noise explosion. Game so smooth, no need for promotion. Star Hoop Central, we running the court. Breaking it down, giving fans full support from the tip off to the last buzzer sound. We're here for the love, giving breakdowns profound. Never sleep on this, skill set divine. Buckets dropping like rain, every shot refined. Courts a canvas and they paint with their shine. Passing gems, no look, threads intertwined. Fast breaks, dimes in defense for days. Highlighting greatness in every play. Legends in the making, stars in the fray. Turning up the heat, watch the artistry sway. Star Hoop Central, we running the court. Breaking it down, giving fans full support. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game. Fast break the logic, no time for delay. Full court press, every word that we say. From zones to the man, the schemes we unweave. Breaking the box score, we don't just believe. Debate in the key where clutch get defined. MVP stats or the heart in the grind. Legends get forged in the fires of our chat. Star Hoop Central, where the real game's at.
What's good? What's good? What's good? We back with another goodie. You already know what it is. It's the Star Hoop Central crew, the best in the business. One of them ones, Mr. Trick Bag, Mr. Diabolical. We all up in here. Hey, our girl Key Fact, she over there in Jamaica right now eating oxtails and collard greens, man. So y'all give her a break today. Y'all with the fellas today, though, man. You know we gonna keep it rocking. Y'all second best host in the game after Key on the microphone. Man, appreciate y'all for pulling up. I know we're an hour and a half late. Blame it on Showtime. Blame it on he was out there getting a new hat for the Clippers new trade that they just got. So blame it on Showtime, man. He got that looking from New Jersey. He thought they had a John Collins jersey already, man.
It's always
shout out to all of y'all, man.
Always
everybody out there doing good. What's going on, chat? Again, we love to see the chat interactive. Make sure y'all staying in tap with Star Hoop Central. Hit that bell for all notifications. As we get into these topics, share this stream on all your major streaming platforms, Twitters, Facebooks, Instagrams. Again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the like button as you come in. We're only going to ask you once. Subscribe and hit the like button and share it. Man, how y'all fellas doing today, man? Y'all ready to get this popping, man?
Man,
heck yeah, man. Paulo got a max deal. I don't know how to act. I'm about to go around town with my own and just, hey, like I went and got a new bag. Papa got a brand new bag, show. Papa got a brand new bag.
you know me, boy. I'm gonna go hard to go home, boy.
The bags.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it again. If you ain't like it yet, if you ain't share the stream, if you ain't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, man. But let's get this started, man. We got a jam-packed show, a lot of good information and details, some great conversations about to happen. So make sure you stay locked in throughout the show. Let's get to this first one. It was a very, very interesting week last week and to finish off the week. So we got a lot to get to. We got some amazing and informational conversations. So first conversation on the docket, right? All-Star again, which is going to be the topic most of this week leading up to the All-Star game in Indiana. So make sure y'all lock in for that one as well. How do y'all feel? I'll go to you first, HD. How do you feel about the selection that the coaches selected? Again, this is the coaches selection. It's not media. It's not fans. It's not GMs. It's not players. This is coaches selection for the reserves. Do you feel they got it right? If not, do you feel someone else should have replaced someone?
Yeah, I feel like Kelsey Plum should not have been on this team. I would have gone with Brittany Sykes. I thought Brittany Sykes has played better than her from start to finish. She missed 2 games, but look, we talk about this all the time, Prince. Washington would not. I understand that rookies are doing their thing. Citron and Kiki, I love them. I love Kiki since she was at Stanford and Sonia at Notre Dame. But look, man, Slim came back from unrivaled. I don't know if it's an unrivaled. They say curses. Man, it's a level up. We're going to start calling it unrivaled level up because it seemed like everybody from unrivaled been balling. Like Sykes came back on a heater, just destroying everything in front of her. And then to me, she's been better than Kelsey Plum. She's been a better leader. She's been a better facilitator. She's been a better defender. And she's been to me, she's been a lot better, like with her shot selection. Sometimes she'll go this way, but it's not in the way of Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum will shoot you out the game, even if you're doing good or if you're bad. Either way, she's not going to really keep you in the game. I felt like that should have been a person there. Another person is Azare Stevens. Look, she got the biggest power up, I think, from Unrivaled. If you watch LA games this year, they haven't lost because of her. She's been actually keeping them in games and helping them to close down the stretch when they needed that bucket or they needed someone to get to position. And I would have probably had her in there because it's kind of hard for me because Kiki, I love what Kiki's doing, but for what Azare's doing, it's crazy. Now, Hamby, everyone says Hamby. I like Hamby, but Azare's been balling so much. But if you're going to put a spark in there, if you had to, I'm putting Hamby in there over Kelsey Plum. Plum to me was like the 3rd best player on the Sparks. And then another player everyone said is Cloud. Cloud had a great beginning, but she fell off to me. So I wouldn't put her there. Also, I would say let me see. Kayla's good, Kelsey. This is my conundrum. I love Rhyne Howard, but I would have put Azare over Ryan, and I would have put Sykes over Plum. That's what I would have done. Rhyne Howard's been good defensively, but offensively, it's been the Gray show. It's been the Alicia Gray show. And Brianna Jones, to me, has also contributed a lot. And then Rhyne Howard sometimes, gets nicked up with these injuries, and they still find a way to win the game. So that's what I would have done. I would have gone with Sykes for Plum, Stevens for Rhyne Howard. That's what I would have done.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Do you think before I get to Showtime, HD, the Azare Stevens one is a very curious one because she do have the stats. I think as of now, she's number 3 in rebounding at 8.5 behind 8.5 behind Asia Wilson and Angel Reese. So, and she's putting up great numbers. Again, she's been their starting center the season with Cameron Brink being out. So, do you think that they chose Rhyne Howard over Azare because they're both front court players as far as the selection goes? Do you think they chose her over Rhyne Howard? I mean, over Azare Stevens because they're the 3rd seed and the Sparks aren't in the playoffs?
Yeah, either that or popularity, because Rhyne Howard is more popular than Azare Stevens. She has a following, but I believe that had something to do with it as well. But if that's the case, then you got Kelsey Plum in. So I think it's more about popularity, and people know Rhyne Howard more than they know Azare. So I think it's popularity, in my opinion.
Okay, I kind of agree with that in a sense. I felt like Rhyne Howard has the accolades, so it's one of those. If the rookie is kind of on the same level with the veteran, the coach will always pick the rookie. It's kind of that concept. Like Rhyne Howard has the cachet like the other all-stars that's on here as far as defensive player of the years and all of that. So I think they went with the accolades over the fresh given player kind of thing. So I kind of agree with that. What about you, Showtime? How do you feel about the reserves? Any snubs you see? If so, explain why.
Well, man, you talked about this out the record. I think we pretty much got every last one of them correct. You know, when we talked about when all three of us talked about it, the only one surprised me was Sonia Citron. I didn't pick Sonia Citron to make the All-Star team. I thought maybe they'll put Slam in, but if you look at the all-around game, I think Sonia Citron, she impacted the basketball. She impacted the team defensively, and she was more efficient, of course, right? I just didn't think they were going to go that route. I thought maybe they award Slam because she's the vet. She's averaging career high in points, but low efficiency though. So I can see why they didn't pick her. Azure, to me, Azure, she had a good case for making it. Derek and Hamby. More so Azure, I think she should be the runner. She should be the runner for most improved player.
I agree.
I think she's by far the number one in most improved player rankings. Then you look at Kayla McBride. Well, she didn't play as many games as Courtney Williams, so I can see why they went with Courtney Williams. I like I was telling you, I think they have to award more than just fee, because Minnesota only lost 2 games and they undefeated at home. So you definitely got to get on more than one All-Star. So I can see why they went with Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams averaged 13 and 5, so not bad. It's cool. Now JJ, I didn't, we're gonna get into that real in a minute, but I didn't think JJ played enough games, and I didn't think her play was enough to say Sonia Citron. By the way, Sonia Citron don't even impact. She only impacts some of these. I'm seeing people complain. Again, we'll get to that a little bit. I'm seeing some people complain saying Sonia Citron should never made it. Well, some of the players y'all saying that should have made over her, she don't even impact them. So
Again, Show, before you finish, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna really get deep into it on the next topic. But people got to remember they're voting for forwards and backcourt. So you can't is difference. Like Citron was voted in as a front court player, not a backcourt player, because Citron is a 3, and I think people got that confused. Sykes went up against Kelsey Mitchell and Kelsey Plum, and Courtney Williams and Jackie Young. And was Sykes playing any better than any 3 of those? No. So I think people are looking at it from a list and saying, well, she's better than this player. When the coaches were voting, she didn't go up against all 14 players. She only went up against 6 of them.
And again, looking at this list, Kelsey Mitchell to me is no brainer. Kelsey Mitchell, she's the closer for Indiana, no doubt about it. It's been like this, right? I mean, when they need a bucket, you go to Kelsey Mitchell. She's gonna come through 9 times out of 10. Skylar Diggins, no brainer. Skylar Diggins, she has a case of making an all-W team. She has a legit case along Paige Beckers.
Facts.
If you want to talk about the backcourt players. Alyssa Thomas, she in the MVP conversation. We'll get to that later. That's a no-brainer. You know what I said last week? I said, hey, she's the sole reason why the Phoenix Mercury is one of the biggest threats in the WNBA to win it all. So, Rhyne Howard, no-brainer. Kelsey Plum.
Be honest. Be honest.
To me, I would have awarded Azure before I awarded Kelsey Plum this year. I think Plum made it out reputation. Yeah, Plum got out to a high start, but she hasn't really been playing all that efficient as of late. But you gotta remember the coaches voted. I think the vote was June 25th.
I can actually tell you.
Yeah,
I think it was
around that time.
The vote was in on the 24th. They voted everybody at the same time. They just released them later because they like to give the starters a week of just recognition. So I know people were trying to add in June games because it came out in June. July games, because it came out in July. They tried to award them a lot of the June games, but the
Right.
voting was pretty much in by the 25th.
Right, of course. Okay. So then you go to, again, I mean, that's another question. You want to say Kelsey Plum didn't deserve to make it? Cool. I understand why some people may say Osway should have made it. Then, okay, we already talked about Courtney Williams. Then you go to Jackie Young. Now, look, I'm going to say this. Anybody that said Jackie Young shouldn't have made the All-Star team, I'm questioning your basketball knowledge.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I understand the Aces not playing up to maybe the
standard, right?
Yeah. But you gotta understand something. The Aces been going to the finals back-to-back years. Like, people don't understand that takes a toll on you. As a team, you go on a deep runs. Yeah, that'll take a toll on you mentally and physically. So she's been banged up last year, but this year, y'all, Jackie Young's
balling.
Are you kidding me? Jackie
Balling.
And she's averaging 17, 4 and 4. I mean, it's not like she having a bad season. I definitely think she should make it. And she's one. Why are we acting like Jackie Young game is only determined off of scoring? No, it's not.
Right.
She's one of the best two-way guards in the league. Arguably the best. She's probably the best. If you want to just, I mean, we go around it. I think she's probably the best.
She the best. She the best. Listen, she the best guard in the league. I'm sorry. She's the best, top to bottom.
She's the best guard. Shooting 44%, 9% from the goal line. Look, you know what you're going to get night in, night out with Jackie Young. She's one of the best. She's one of the best in the business. So then you go to Kiki Iriafen. I said Kiki would make it. Kiki, if you look at the time the season started till they voted, yes. And then the Washington Mystics made the playoffs. So I felt like Washington was going to get 2 All-Stars. I just ain't know it was going to be Citron. Citron definitely should have made it. I picked Slim, but I'm cool with Citron too. Gabby Williams, no brainer. She definitely should have made it. Number 1 in steals. She's going to be in the all-defensive conversation. She should make the all-defensive teams. And then you look at Kayla Thornton. Nobody, not me. I don't think many people thought the Valkyries would be where they at right now. And the way Kayla Thornton is playing, she definitely should have made the All-Star team. I'm happy she made it. I think New York lost it. They lost a big piece off their team. That's why I think Minnesota going to beat them this year, but we'll see. Now, when it comes to, like, the snubs, yeah, you could, Jaquil Jones didn't play enough games. Derek Hamby, yeah, she had a case. I like Osway Stevens. If I had to pick one person that should have made it out of all of those players that didn't make it, Osway Stevens. You go ahead.
No, you good. You can finish up. Shit, we're good. We're good, babe. That's all you had?
I got my take.
All right. Oh, I like the. Let's start with the Jackie Young thing, because I hear that going around a lot. Sometimes people got to be honest with themselves. How many guards in the league would you choose over Jackie Young to build your team with?
0.
Like sometimes people got to really sit back and think before they speak. And shout out to Paper Sack Brown for the 1999 super chat. Again, if you want anything heard, if you want to get off any opinion, any take while we're into this guruism, send through the super chat. Appreciate you, Paper Sack Brown, as always. You've been a consistent contributor to this channel, so I want to give you that love as well. For the 1999 super chat, he says, "Salute Prince, Showtime HD, let's go, great show as always." Oh man, you know we're gonna bring that heat. Best show in the business. Best show in the business, man. But let's get to this. Let's get to this Jackie Young situation. You can't name 5 guards in the league that you would even pick over Jackie Young. Let's start there. You can't name 4 guards in the league you would start your team with over Jackie Young. First of all, Jackie Young is top 30 in. Don't y'all know Jackie Young is top 30 in every statistical category? Everyone. Steals, rebounds, points, assists, blocks, shooting percentage, 3. Every statistical category. Top 30. Again, I like what Showtime said. The Aces is getting negative attention from the, what do they call it, Showtime and HD? Voters fatigue kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
fatigue,
you're so used to seeing
fatigue.
the Aces be a top 3 team that you're discounting what they're actually doing. Because a lot of people think, even me and Showtime got a bet going on right now as who's gonna finish first between the Aces and the Lynx. Even me, I'm so used to the Aces competing for a top 3, top 2 seed that anything beyond that is a negative to me. Anything beyond that is a evaluation process of, is this team really that good? Again, don't be surprised if the Aces come playoff time turn it on. They're capable of that.
Can I say something real quick? Speak of the Aces. Can we? But this is what I don't like with the conversation when it comes to the Aces. Everybody mentions Asia Wilson and Jackie Young. Oh, they lost. Why do the 2 best players get the blame? They the ones that doing all the work.
Exactly. I don't get it.
That's not the reason why they're struggling. This is why, again, when we made our predictions, this is why I said they wasn't going to be, I thought they was going to struggle. They're going to be up and down because, again, they don't have balance. You have, they perimeter defense just as good bad as Chicago's, y'all. It's not that good. Outside of Jackie Young, who's else defending? You know,
Nobody.
Chelsea's older, so people understand this. When you get to a certain age and you have a wear and tear in your body, you're not able to put in so much effort on both ends like you used to. And then sometimes when you're asked to do so much and nobody else is doing their part, yeah, it could wear down on you mentally and physically. So again, you gotta keep that in mind. Go ahead, though, Brent.
Nah. You're right on. And again, even when you think about efficiency, Jackie Young is in the top 15. So she's like efficiency across, like she's been efficient. She's been one of the best 2-way players in the league. Jackie Young is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. And she block shots. She up there and block shots with bigs. So I mean, to move on, like I think they're discounting what Jackie Young brings to the Aces. And again, remember, Asia missed 3 games. Jackie Young was the one holding it down. Jackie Young was the one that had a 35-point game when Asia was out. So let's not act like Jackie Young ain't doing what she been doing. The team just isn't, like Showtime said, it isn't balanced. So you're not appreciating what Jackie Young is actually doing because they're not winning like we thought they would start the season off winning. That's it. The other players aren't showing up, and the bench isn't there, and the rookies haven't been consistent. And Becky Hammon's game plan hasn't been what we thought it was going to be as a future Hall of Fame 2-time champion coach. That's all that is. So I just wanted to get the Jackie Young conversation out the way. Jackie Young deserves to be on this list. Like, she deserves. Brittany Sykes is not playing better than Jackie Young. Kelsey Plum is not playing better than Jackie Young. Sonia Citron, even though she's a front court player, she's not playing better than Jackie Young. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. Because first of all, the 3 people I just named, they don't have a better record than the Aces. So y'all keep talking about the Aces record, and those 2 teams don't. Showtime, you see how they contradict themselves? Those 2 teams don't have a better record than the Aces.
Hey, Prince, can I break this news? We got some breaking news.
What's up? Break this news.
The one the Bonner signing with the Phoenix Mercury.
We already knew it, man.
We already knew that.
We seen it coming.
We seen it coming.
Hey, we're gonna double back to that. We're gonna double back to that. I'm writing it down. We're gonna double back to that. We're gonna end the show with that. Citron, I got no problem with. Skylar Diggins, I agree with Showtime. I felt like Skylar Diggins should have been a starter, but we already know it's fan voting. A lot goes into it. Rhyne Howard, I actually called Rhyne Howard ahead of time. Me and Showtime even had that conversation offline. I don't know if you remember Showtime. I was like, don't be surprised Rhyne Howard be one of the reserves because she had 3 or 4 games where she was the best player on Atlanta. So, and Rhyne Howard is literally, she guards not Alicia Gray. Rhyne Howard guards the perimeter, the best perimeter player. Unless it's like a point guard, then Alicia Gray will get him. But most of the time, it's Rhyne Howard that's guarding the best perimeter player on the other team.
Correct.
Kiki, don't got no problem with that. Again, we're talking front court. She's not going up against guards. Kelsey Mitchell, she's been a closer. Indiana is a playoff team. Their supposedly best player has been out. She's been carrying them along with Aliyah Boston, who's a starter as well. So I got no problem with that. Kelsey Plum, I don't have this is the problem with Kelsey Plum show. I don't got a problem with that she made it on reputation because that's been historically done. It's just that I do know 2 to 3 players that didn't make it as backcourt players that I would have chosen over her. but I got no big quorum with it because it has been historically done. If you got the resume, and like I said, it's that rookie versus vet thing. If you got the resume, they'll always choose the resume. Always, because in their eyes is one of those, like Azare, right? Azare has been playing good enough to make the All-Star game, but the coaches are going to say, guess what the coaches are going to say? She hasn't done enough. Well, she going to complain. She's just going to be like, well, I was in consideration, so I'm good with that, right? Versus a player like Kelsey, who even if she's considered, she going to complain. So, because she going to feel like she deserves to make it off of reputation. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest, outside of Kelsey Plum, I got no problem with this list. Again, Minnesota going to automatically get 2. They're the number 1 seed. So, I got no problem with them getting 2. And again, I think if Kayla McBride would have played more games, I don't have a problem with her making it over Citron. She would have made it. She would have came in as a front court player. So
yeah, she would have made it. She didn't play that many games.
Yeah, if she would have, because she didn't start the season. I think she missed the first 4 games.
She was overseas. Remember, she was overseas finishing up.
So I got no problem with her making it. I think that's where the Kelsey Plum thing came in at. McBride just didn't play enough games. And again, either
it
one
was
of them
Cheryl Reeve too, Prince.
Backcourt player.
It was Cheryl Reeve too. She was complaining that they should have had at least 4 on there. At least 2 or 3 starting. So
4. Who's the 4?
She said it too.
Talking about
Elena Smith. Yeah. Look, I'm just telling you what she said. Don't blast the messenger. Messages just brought Cheryl, you the mail.
Hey, Cheryl, I love you, Cheryl. I love you, Cheryl. But stop it. Stop it. Let's stop it. And then, because I know people talk about Bree Jones. When me and Key did Excuse the Takeover, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Bree Jones make it. But Showtime, tell me if I'm lying. Sometimes coaches look at a player's position and say, where do you rank at your responsibilities? Yeah. Bree Jones is not a great rebounder. I think she's only averaging like 6 rebounds.
Yeah, she's bad. She's bad at rebounding.
I think Bree Jones rebounding and defense, she's horrible on defense. Let's call it what it is. Bree Jones is a cone on defense. I think her rebounding and defense hurt her voting. I really do. I think because the coaches got to coach against her because they know it. So they know what she's good at because they got a game plan for her. Her defense is horrible all season long. And she isn't, to say she's a big, she doesn't rebound that well. Like she got like at least 10 guards that are rebounding better than her. Yeah. So sometimes coaches look at your position and say, you're not even good at what you're actually supposed to be doing. And she's only scoring like 13 points a game. It ain't like she up there. She's not in the top 20 in scoring. She's not even in the top 30. Right. Like she's only at like 13 points a game. So I mean, I get it. She could make it off a reputation, but some of these rookies got better numbers than her.
I mean, early on, Bree Jones didn't really like do anything. She started turning up like I think near the end of voting. Like she really didn't turn up early on. So no, I mean, I understood it, but Azare was better than her to me this whole year. I would take Azare over her any day. And Kiki was better. And we already know the Barbie. And that's not even a question. It's like, so I don't know. Like maybe if she would have turned up a little earlier on Princeton's show, maybe she could have got in or snuck in. But to me, that team is Alicia, Ryan, a bus. Like that's that team to me. Like she'll fill in like when she can, but nah.
Yeah. And again, you gotta look at it like this. Like the coaches, you gotta look at it like this. The coaches coach against these players. For the Mystics, Citron and Kiki guards the other team's best players, not Sykes.
Correct.
Not Shakira Austin. Kiki guards the front court player, and Citron guards the perimeter player.
Correct.
Again, like Showtime always talking about, y'all look at stat sheets and don't watch the game. The stat sheet don't tell you the full details, especially when it comes to the coaches, because they're coaching against these players. Showtime, you about to say something?
No, I'm just saying. Look, okay. If you think Brianna Jones should have made it, who is she gonna make it over? Because Kiki played better than her. I mean, so you can't say Kiki, and you damn sure ain't finna say no damn. Come on, I ain't even finna entertain no angel.
Nah, Ryan, I'm not taking her over Rhyne Howard or Alyssa Thomas
we ain't
or
talking about no
Angel.
angel. We definitely
Yeah, like no.
stop it. Kayla Thornton, no.
Oh heck no.
Gabby
Or
Williams,
Gabby. Or Gabby. No.
no. I mean, look, everything else gonna be no. Even if you say Ryan Hall, I think they put her as in the back court, front court.
No, she's front court. She's a
Rhyne
wing.
Howard front court.
Yeah, okay. So if you say she front court, definitely not putting on Ryan Howard. And you gotta think about this too. They're not gonna give Atlanta. Atlanta ain't that good for them to get them 3 All-Stars.
No.
If they had to look, if they had a record like Minnesota, then yeah, they probably would have.
Then yeah.
But nah, they not that good.
And Showtime, you're not about to be a 9 playoff team and get 2 All-Stars.
Nah.
No.
Kelsey Plum and Azare or even Derica Hamby is not making the All-Star team when you're the 10th seed. You're not getting
Correct.
2 players. I'm sorry. I don't care if they both putting up 20 points. You're not getting 2 players when your team is not in the playoff race. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're the 10th seed. You're not even the 9th seed. You're the 10th seed. You're literally tied for 11th.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I just look at, before we start saying snub, okay, this person sitting there, man, okay, did that person have a better individual season for you to say that? That's what it's going to come down to. Then you got to look at the circumstance, got to put everything in context. Again, the only one that surprised me is Sonia Citron. I'm not saying she shouldn't make it. She should. If you look at how she played, she was very consistent. Sonia Citron living up to that number 3 pick. So when some people didn't think she should be a number 3 pick.
But fellas, if Paige, like the golden child, wasn't in this draft, Citron would probably be possibly the best player in this draft next to Kiki. Like that's the only reason why she not getting to shine like she should, because Paige has been playing so goddamn out of her mind, and then Kiki shut everybody up because everybody was telling me this girl in Seattle was better, but I'm not seeing it. But whatever. So whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I at the end of the day, it's the coaches. They coach against them. I mean, they got scouting reports that we don't see. They got film that we don't got privy to. I mean, it's there. But while we on this topic of snubs, I like that Showtime segue to that. There's been some players, unusually, a player like Jacquel Jones, who normally doesn't even speak in the media, even Derica Hamby taking shots, giving her opinion on the All-Star reserve selections. Both of them had some very interesting choice words to say about the selections, from one player being the best player on the team, not being selected, one player feeling like they're disrespected from the work that they're putting in. Now there are some missed games in there for both of the players that are being basically highlighted, in Sykes and Jacquel. Both has missed some games during the All-Star selections. So I mean, that can be part of it too. But I'll go to you first, Showtime. Before I go to you though, appreciate Paper Sack Brown for the $1.99 super chat. Nas is the 3rd best option for the Dream.
It switches.
Tomato.
It switches. Like it switches.
It
Like is Alicia, Ron or Alicia, and then the 3rd option is the team, whoever steps up that night. So yeah.
It switches. Appreciate the $1.99 super chat, Paper Sack Brown. Showtime. After hearing Derica Hamby's reading Derica Hamby's tweet about Brittany Sykes and Jacquel Jones feeling like she's being underappreciated, what's your take on not just those two, but players around the league? What's your mindset on how players should approach the All-Star selections as well? Is that a good thing? Is that something that they should leave behind closed doors because they're taking shots unbeknown to other players that have made it? Like, what's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts?
Look, man, I was reading Jaquel Jones' tweet. She said nothing worse than playing like an all-star and not being one. With that being said, thanks to all the people who took the time to vote for me, and congratulations to all the all-stars this year. JJ, you should have just congratulated all the all-stars this year and leave it right there. I
Yep.
understand. Jaquel Jones is a top 5 player. You can make the I mean, you look. I'll put her in the top 5. I think she's a top 5 player. She's definitely unique. Got ball handling skills for a big. I mean, finals MVP. We know all this. But Jaquel Jones, you ain't playing. You weren't really playing like no all-star this year. I don't think your play matches with your tweet, to be honest, because you only average 12 points, 9.6 rebounds. I mean, if I look at your production, I look at Kiki and I look at Citron and all the other front court players. I mean, they playing better than you. And yeah, you is shooting efficient, high efficiency, by the way. So I understand that, but you only played 9 games. That matters too. The best ability is availability. You can play good all you want. If you only play half the games they play, I can't vote you in over them. That's why that's why I was telling you. I said, no, I don't think JJ's gonna make it because she only played 9 games. You know, you remember I think she got hurt after her 5th game, right? And then she tried to come back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. She got hurt again. Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, we got to be honest. The other players, they play more games and they put up just as good production or better. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a lot of these veterans are just entitled. This is a very entitled league. Everything about this league is entitled. The vets feel like they should get the upper hand over all the young players. I got news for them. I think a lot of these older players on the clock. It's a lot of players, no disrespect. It's a lot of players on rosters shouldn't be on rosters. A lot of players was playing extra hard and all of a sudden they can pass the ball because, you know what I'm saying, they don't want the young players to outshine them. But when they was on the court with the young players, all of a sudden their hand was hurting, they can't pass. All of a sudden they can't throw an inbound passes. All of a sudden they can't make shots off a young player when they pass to them. It's like it's a whole bunch of people just entitled, not really good. They don't have a good PR team. Everybody just complaining, and this whole lot of BICT, BICTCH, my bad, BICCHING. I'm just saying, I'm trying not to I'm trying not to cuss.
We'll just say Birch. We'll just say Birch. We'll just say Birch. We'll just say Birch. Birch.
You know what I'm saying? Man, look, man, y'all on the clock, gang. Y'all on the clock. JJ, you got a phenomenal career. Trust me when I tell you, you definitely got you look, you one of the best in the league. But nah, man, just congratulate the young players and move on. You ain't playing no game. For Derek and Hamby, she should have kept her tweet to herself too. Why is you trying to put teammates against each other? Don't worry about Slim them. Chill out. Chill. Cause guess what? Citron ain't got nothing to do with Slim not making it. You know who got something to do with it? Prince. I'll let you answer that.
Kelsey Plum. So is she taking shots at Kelsey Plum, HD? Or did she just literally forget about Azare Stevens? Because she didn't even, I'm confused. Like, I don't know her thought process for her tweet. Like, sometimes, like I've heard Showtime say this before. A lot of basketball players don't think before they tweet. They need their marketing department to look at their tweet before they press post.
Man, come on.
I think that was a dig to her teammate. I think that was a dig at Plum, but I'll get into it when show's done.
Man, Citron,
while you on Jaquel, I do want people to know Jaquel is averaging her second lowest points per game of her career, and she got drafted in 2016. She's shooting her worst from the field, and Showtime even says she's shooting well. But guess what, Showtime?
That's a low.
Jaquel Jones is shooting her worst from the field in her career, and she's shooting her worst efficiently from the field in her career. as far as since 2016. So this is her lowest shooting efficiency since 16, her lowest shooting percentage in her career, and her third lowest points per game in her career. And she's been in the league since 2016. So I just wanted to let them know that while you were on.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, because some people are like, well, look at her efficiency. That's what they quick to do. Oh, look at the field goal percentage. Look at the 3-point percentage. But she's not. This is one of her lowest years. So again, back to what I was saying. Derek can have it. I mean, look, I think you had a good case of making it, but baby, I got news for you. Citron and Kiki had nothing to do with Slim not making it. Your teammate did. It was your teammate. Your teammate, your newest teammate, your best friend, your best girlfriend in the world, whatever y'all want to call each other. The Golden Girls, the aces, throw. I ain't gonna go that far, but look, hey, y'all both champions. I ain't gonna do y'all like that because I miss both y'all for real. But look, check this out. Look, whatever y'all got going on, bro, you should just keep it to yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you, cause look, I got news for all the older players. Y'all are on the clock. Last year draft class, this year draft class, next 5 years. These young players coming in, they're a lot more talented than the players in previous years. I'm just being honest. So I feel like this. The WNBA, man, we gotta make sure we give these young players the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To me, this one I'm against. These veteran players feeling like they should have guaranteed spots in the league. I think that's unfair. Them players at the end of the bench, they all should be battling for the last 2 spots of the team. Why do we have older players feeling like they should have guaranteed spots over the younger players? So that comes from all of that. It's just the older players are so entitled, they feel like they should have everything, and the young players should start their career off the bench. That's not the case. If that player better than you, if that player playing better than you, that's what it is. Just congratulate young players, Sonia Citron, Kiki, and everybody they made it, and move on. And come back next year better. And we won't have this conversation.
But HD, before you go, Showtime, at what point do we think about winning when it comes to stuff like this? Like, does winning not matter anymore? Does winning not matter anymore? Because I see a lot of people caping for players who aren't even in the playoff picture.
Yeah.
Nope.
When does winning not matter? HD, what you got on this, man?
Jaquel Jones, like I say, I stick to what I said. I think she's the second best player in the world behind Asia because New York just isn't the same team without her. But her numbers are low. If she was really like unalive in the competition out there, then she would have got put in because off a reputation and off a resume. But she hasn't had a good year from a statistical or anything standpoint. Like she's been relegated to rim protector or, sometimes facilitating for Sabrina and them or Stewie. She just ain't look the same like last year's JJ. Last year's JJ, yeah, I would put her on the all-star team. This year, she hasn't done nothing. De'Erica Hamby, to me, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I watch a lot of basketball. Like these two gentlemen on the panel, like I say, the Needle Mover and Goat Show, I call them that because they know their stuff. I just don't think De'Erica Hamby and them like playing with Kelsey Plum. I think Plum does a lot of shooting, and I think De'Erica Hamby was referring to her and Azare more than just Plum. And then she was also in that a double entendre, sending a shot at Washington, like, because she cool with Slim. Her and Slim are cool. So my thing is, why even speak it? Because now you're going to bring the naysayers into you. Like, are they really close in LA? Because look, does Rakia look happy? Does Rakia look like she want to play ball there? Because some days Rakia look like I don't even want to be here. Like, she really looked like, I think if somebody, like, she gave Angel a hug, like, come get me hug, like the come get me hug. It wasn't even the, oh, I see you later. And then you got the Erica here. The Erica problem is that the team has not lived up to expectations. I think that locker room feels some type of way about how Odyssey Sims got treated. Odyssey Sims got treated like crap. When she was in training camp with them, she was with them, and then all of a sudden she has a personal issue, like the new my back hurt on Prince. I got a personal issue. I can't come play today. I'm taking PTO. So it's a lot going on in LA, and we might find out later. But I think that was a shot at Plum and a double entendre shot at the Washington Mystics. I'm about to say Wizards because they both trash. So now let's go to the next thing here. These vets, they are looking at the old guard shift. They got their butts kicked by last year's rookie class, which was Angel, CC, and them. Now this year, you're getting your butt kicked by the Golden Child Page. Then you got Citron. Then you got Kiki. Next year's class gonna come in and beat your butt too. So they're starting to see that it's starting to get pulled from them. They're starting to see that they're really not as good as they thought they were. And the coaches see that. Angel Reese, you can talk about their record, but every night they're game planning against her. If you take her out the game, we can win because we ain't worried about no Banham, no Allen or whatever. On your team, y'all have, to me, I'm going to be honest, LA probably got the most talented team out of all the bottom feeders, and y'all are bad. So you're not going to have, like we said earlier, 2 or 3 people in. So it had to be one of y'all. I feel like De'Erica Hamby, if you watch this later, I don't care if you do or not, Azrae Stevens been playing better than you and Plum. She just has. Like, she's been doing everything the team's asked. Everybody connects with her. She's trying to lead. She's trying to do everything to help the team out. You out here crying about something that your team is trash about. Your player next to you, Plum, the players in Chicago saying y'all got the best post. They busted y'all butt twice, or they would have won 3 times if not for the lack of perimeter defense, but they beat you twice. Angel busted y'all both games. Camilla busted y'all a game. So again, I think these vets need to get out their feelings. Just put a tweet out there like Show said, hey, y'all had a good job. Y'all made the all-star team. Wish I would have made it. It is what it is. Y'all do your thing. Just be done with it. So to me, it shows how much they're showing. It's showing that they know their time is up. So they're trying to throw as much shots as they can to try to get some sympathy or whatever, but it's not working. So that's how I feel about the whole BS thing, in my opinion.
I can see that. This is what I don't like. I don't like that they don't like being challenged.
Nope, they don't.
Entitlement is a big problem in the WNBA right now. And the WNBA won't be what it needs to be until they remove the entitlement. Look, man, I grew up where basketball was update your resume. I grew up where you were good one season, prove it the next. That's where I grew up at. I grew up where your top 5 can change at the drop of a dime. If you're not performing, you're not performing. And see, what we can't do is this is what we can't do. When it comes to some players, it's they started off good, but they fell off. But when it comes to other players, well, they got the cachet. We can't have it both ways. Either they're playing good or they not. We can't pick and choose when we want to say a player started off good and fell off. Have you been consistent? Yes or no? You can't pick and choose when you want to use the consistent angle and when you want to use this is the star player in the league angle. You can't pick and choose when you want to use it. What is your resume looking like today? Okay. I get that the All-Star game, y'all. I get that the All-Star game is about the fans, right? Showtime and HD. That's
Yeah.
what people say it's about, right?
Yeah.
Didn't the fans choose already? I thought the Showtime and HD, tell me if I'm wrong. I thought they already did the top 10 players.
They did.
I thought they gave the fans what they wanted already.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
I
did.
thought the fans voted on the top 10 players that they wanted to see. So why are we equating fans' entertainment into it when it comes to the coaches' vote? The coaches get a vote because they play against the players. I remember, Showtime, you've been covering the NBA for a long time. I remember there was a time when they was like, well, the media shouldn't vote on certain things. It should be the coaches and the players because they got to go against them every day. But now all of a sudden, when your favorite player or the player you want don't make the All-Star game, the coaches' vote don't matter no more. When all of the players in both leagues were saying we need to take the fan and the media out of it and leave it up to the players and the coaches.
Let the player vote. Now they hate.
Now you hating. You can't, again, Showtime, we want to have our apples and our oranges. And guess what we want? We want them to be cut up already. We don't want to peel them ourselves. We want to be cut up too. You can't have everything you want. That's not how sports work. The players voted. The league gave you the 10 players they voted for. You got your entertainment. Your starters. Look, these players that they selected are not the starters, Derrick and Hamby and Jacquel.
Nope.
The 10 players that were selected last week, they're the starters. They're going to get bulk of the minutes. They're going to be the highlight. When they do the selection, they're going to get picked first. The fans got what they wanted. They got their entertainment. Now it's up to the coaches. The coaches coach against these players. The coaches said, forget what y'all seeing. We coach against them, and these players are problems. But the coaches said, forget what the fans in the media say. We coach against them. They're a problem to us.
Yeah, it's bitterness. They're upset because these rookies and these last year players have been busting their butt, and they can't accept that, hey, the coaches don't really think of you that way. The coaches are thinking of everybody else but you. And then with JJ, like I said, I think if JJ would have been balling like Show said, she would have got in because she's JJ. Look, I know people disagree with me. She's the second best player out in the world. I'm sorry. Because that team looks trash. That team looks trash without her. I'm sorry. That team does not look good. They look like they're lost. They give up a lot of inside drives to the basket. Nobody's there to block it. The rebounds are down. Look, New York's winning just off of whatever Sabrina or Stewie got in the tank, or if Cloud shows up one day. Other than that, she's a vital part of that team. But JJ, you didn't play long enough. And De'Erica, she's mad because no one's ever thought of her as that player. They just never thought of her that player. She's off of that. I don't know if y'all know, like, if you're a 6-man or 6-woman, and then all of a sudden you're a star of a team, they can't get out of their head that you're still that 6th person. They don't really think of you as that big. You had some good games, but then these other players are outplaying you now. And you got a talented team, and you're not really taking advantage of having that team around you. So De'Erica, when they say go home, Roger, just go home, De'Erica. Just go home. You all right.
Before we move on, let me ask y'all a question. Because both of y'all was talking and I was thinking about this. Does Azare benefit from playing next to Hamby and Kelsey and Rakia? Is the coaches? So let me ask y'all, both of y'all this. I want both of y'all to answer. Tell me what y'all think about this. Is the coaches telling the fans Azare benefits from playing next to them, and her numbers are inflated by playing next to them because she's not doing a lot of the heavy lifting? So she's just able to come in and be a plug-and-play player? Are the coaches telling the fans that? When they're game planning, is the coaches saying Azare Stevens is the 5th or 4th player on our board?
Yeah.
Is that what the coach is telling the fans?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Because, like, it's the system. The system is very heavy 3-point shooting, get up the court, whoever open for the 3, shoot it, secondary, get a layup. There's really no mid-range to the sets that they're running. So that's what the coaches are saying, in my opinion. That's what I think the coaches are saying, that De'Erica, Kelsey, and Rakia, we're worried about them more than you. That's how it looks like.
I personally believe Azare, she improved her game. I think her playing unrivaled definitely helped.
Oh
It
yeah.
contributed to her having a career high, and she's a permanent starter. She's been a starter. Now I don't know if she would have started. Cam Brink wasn't hurt, but all I know is this:
Right.
she's the starter. She have started every single game this year, and she only started. You gotta remember, she only started 20 games. Like I think 19, 20 games last year. She already about to surpass that. So
Yeah.
I think her playing unrivaled, getting reps in unrivaled, and new coaching staff, sometimes that plays a part into it. But again, I didn't. If y'all remember, I wasn't high on Los Angeles making the playoffs. I always felt like they wasn't gonna make the playoffs. Not enough perimeter defense, and I think they got too many players that need the ball, and you don't have enough players that's willing to do all of the little things. See, when it comes to basketball, like everybody got to have a role, and everybody can't have the same role though. Sometimes you can have too many chefs in the kitchen. You know, Rikia Jackson, look, I think her play is suffering playing with these players. Honestly.
Yeah.
She's a rhythm player, so she's not able to be herself. Because again, I mean, me and Prince talk about all the time. You can have the ability to score, but you gotta know how to score. I think Rikia Jackson still trying to find herself in the WNBA, and it's kind of hard for her to really put it all together because night in, night out, she doesn't really have the same role, to be honest. Some nights she might not get the ball like 3-4 possessions in a row, and some nights she might score, make the first 2 shots. Oh, they're gonna keep coming back to it. So she don't have a consistent role on the team, doesn't look like it. That's why. But it comes to Azare has been consistent. She's improved her defense, and I really believe the coaching staff play a big part into it. I think they really told her, look, we believe you can improve defensively, and offensively, we want to give you more touches, more opportunities to score. I think that's what it is, me personally.
You know why I asked that, Showtime? Because I went through some research, right? Azare, to me, isn't playing as good as the stat she says. Want me to tell you why? I'm about to tell you why.
Okay.
People keep forgetting she shoots threes as a big. That's 0.1. So for every 2 shots she takes as a big, for your normal big like Asia Angel, that's 4 to 5 shots for her every 2 threes. Don't y'all know Azare has half of Azare's games, she's taking more shots than points? A lot of people don't know that. Azare got a 14-shot game with 9 points. She got a 12-shot game with 2 points. She got a 10-shot game with 8 points. Don't you know half of Azare's games, she's taking more shots than points? Azare, when she's on, she's on. So she'll have like a 7 for 8 game, a 10 for 14 game. And again, there hasn't been too many games played. So when she has a great game where she shoots 80% from the field, it raises her percentage back up again. Because she got a couple, I'm looking at her stats right now. She has 4 single-digit games, a 2-point game, a 4-point game. So I think the coaches know that. She's playing good. I'm with Showtime. Azare is my number 1 for most improved. But is she out there balling night in and night out? No. She is having a good season. But how good is your season when you're vying for an all-star spot and your team isn't winning? Like, again, we're not saying Azare isn't one of the best players on her team. We're talking about the league.
And another thing too, Ken folk, they on paper they got a lot of talent. That should be looked at too. Y'all got potentially 3 all-stars on your team potentially, and y'all only 6 and 13. You underachieving based off of, I mean, how y'all projected on paper. I knew better than that because I understand you have to have players in that starting lineup on your roster that's willing to do the dirty work. You gotta have players that's cool with only taking 5 shots a game. It doesn't work like that. You got everybody on your team, especially the star lineup that are scorers and they need the ball. It don't work like that. Usually teams like that don't win. They don't. That's just what it is. Then you have Plum at the 1. So
I never liked that show. I never liked that.
I mean, you know how I feel about that. Again, if I'm a coach, I'm like, look, y'all got Azare. You have Hamby. We know Hamby she got a resume. She gonna be a future Hall of Famer. Yep. You got Azare, and I know they got injuries. I know Cameron Brink was hurt. I understand Rakia Jackson missed some games. Ray Burrell missed some games, but the talent, the players you do have, you still should be good enough to win more than 6 games.
The number 7 pick in the draft.
Yeah, Sarah Ashley Barker, she's been really good. I like what I've been saying with Sarah Ashley Barker. She's a baller. And she actually one of those players that actually need more playing time because she does do all the little things. People understand, man. You need players like that. Yeah. I don't want a team full of Kelsey Plums. I need one Kelsey Plum, and she's not gonna be my number 1 or number 2.
I think that's why they got. I think Kelsey Plum is probably. Do y'all think Odyssey Sims isn't on this team because Kelsey Plum wants to run the point?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Osray, Odyssey Sims wants to run. You know, Kimfo, you a point guard. Prince, you a point guard, Kimfo. Prince, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you Osray Stevens, Odyssey Sims. You Odyssey Sims, right? You was the point guard last year. You had control, you bringing the ball up and all that. You got somebody from another team come on this team and take the ball out of your hands, so you're not even getting the same kind of production. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You like she a human being too. She
went out.
Yeah, he'll probably pop back. But I agree with Odyssey. Odyssey did. Yeah, that's what I think. I think Odyssey Sims, he took the ball out of her hands. And like I said it from the beginning that it's not going to work. I said Odyssey and Plum ain't going to work. Odyssey's very headstrong. If everybody followed her back at Baylor, like she would cuss BG out. And that's BG, so she wasn't finna sit back and take no step behind Kelsey playing the point. It's like, no, that wasn't going to work. So they had to get rid of her. The other players, they don't like Adelman and Van Loo. They not going to question Kelsey Plum if she got the ball in her hand or bringing it up. They soft. So that's how it was. To me, I don't if somebody tell you otherwise, they lying. Because I know, because look, Odyssey Sims had the ball in her hand a lot. That's when they were being successful. But then as soon as she started leaving, they started letting Plum do whatever she want. Plum started getting her usage rate going up higher, and she started dominating the ball more. So, that's why I think Odyssey's not on the team is because of that. She took the ball out Plum hands too much.
Yeah.
I mean, as a point guard, I can hear you. As a point guard, it's about rhythm and flow and the ability to play your game. And if I'm Odyssey Sims, if I'm a point guard, I watch Kelsey Plum play, and it's like I'm a spot up shooter. Like I don't know. Kelsey Plum wants to be a Caitlin Clark, a Sabrina Nescu type of player so bad. Like so bad.
Told you.
So bad.
I told you, Prince.
But she takes the most shots. And she's the distributor. Yep. Like she wants to be that type of player so bad. And that's not her game. Like she's a microwave scorer. Like stick to the game that's going to get you in the Hall of Fame. It's okay if you're not averaging 7 assists a game, Kelsey Plum. That don't mean you're not a guard. Like you're a shooting guard. You're not a point guard. Like, and I think that's why Rakia looks in the background so much, because as a point guard, I hear people say this a lot, like it's the system, it's the choice of the play style. No, this is what I need people to really, I don't know how many times I can say this. 80% of the time, you're not running a play. It's up to the point guard to get you in position. It's up to the point guard to understand what it takes for your team to win today. That separates the good point guards from the bad point guards. They get the other 4 players on the court in position to be them best selves? Yes or no? It's not about the points they're putting up. That's not my job. My job is to make sure Rikia gets her 15 points, Azare gets her 12 to 14, Kelsey Plum gets her 15 to 17 points a game. That's my job. If those 3 players don't do that, I'm not doing my job. Kelsey Plum tries to run point guard in a way that isn't beneficial to the rest of the team. She throws the team out of whack because now everybody's just standing around watching you dribble till they got 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and you want to turn into a point guard with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. That is a bad offense. It got another player that do that too. That's a bad offense. Like, yep. I don't want to, as a point guard, I don't even want to play like that. My job is to make the players around me better. That's the job of a point guard. If I want to shoot, go be a 2 guard. I don't understand it, man.
Kelsey Plum saw Caitlin Clark last year. That's what she wants to do. Look, that was y'all problem last year. Like, it wasn't time for her to do what she did, and she just went and did it because that's what she wants to do. Kelsey wants to be a superstar. She wants to be Asian. That's what she wants. Like, her actions, her movements, it all shows that. She's not there to get Rikia and them better. I think they lucked up and found out that Plum wanted out on the low. They went and got her because I don't think she was a part of the plan until they found out she was open, like the lead. Because it don't make sense. You got Rikia, who's a second-year player, who's probably one of the most skilled players we've seen in a while offensively. And you're not even using her. The only game she actually showed something was against I think it was the Aces. She went for 35 or whoever. That was it. Then after that, she's been regulated to being a role player. And that's not her game. So, hey.
Appreciate the $4.99 super chat to my girl ST13, one of the Star Hoop Central leading community member. She be on all our channels, man. Shout out to ST13.
Shout out to ST13.
Is KP a better point guard than Odyssey Sims?
If not,
yeah, I understand why Odyssey Sims is mad. Kelsey Plum is not a better point guard than Odyssey Sims. Is she a better player? Yes. A better point guard?
Better player, yes, but not better point guard.
You gotta understand, just because you are listed as a point guard doesn't mean you're a point guard.
Thank you.
Big facts.
You gotta understand that just because you put up assists, that don't make you a point guard.
Big facts.
They missed that part. You know,
big facts.
A stat term you a point guard.
Let's transition right quick to one of the most scrutinized and talked about topics of this weekend. Let's start with yesterday's game as an example. Chicago Sky versus the Minnesota Lynx. Minnesota ended up pulling that game out at the end in a free throw battle in the last minute. Angel Reese had some very poignant things to say about the officiating. And what I love about what she said is she didn't single out herself. She talked about her team and the league in general, about how it's been officiated. This is a 2-parter. Showtime, I'll let you go first on this one because I feel you got a lot to say. Does Angel have a point about the WNBA officiating, showcasing a point as yesterday's game, as well as how do you feel about the officiating overall around the league?
I think the officiating is garbage. That's what I think. And for officiating, and I'm listening to her talk. She said official told her, look, man, we only got 2 free throw attempts, and the official said that's not her job. Well, that official should be fired. That should be fired. If a customer walk into McDonald's, you walk into McDonald's and you order a hot and spicy, and they give you a fish fillet, and you tell them, look, I asked for hot and spicy, and they tell you, well, that's not my job, huh? Come on, you should be investigated. You should be under review. Your job. really should be on the line, to be honest. Why do we have officials telling players that's not their job and all this other stuff? Now, we know some of these officials are assholes. You know, they want to be the star of the game, and they want to get all the attention. We understand that. But look, Chicago Sky this is just facts, not my opinion. Chicago Sky they're literally top 3, and I think actually number 1 in points in the paint attempted and points in the paint, but they're bottom 3 in free throw attempts. Like I said yesterday, that's an absolute disgrace, to be honest. Because when I watch Angel, I'm watching Angel, I'm watching Camilla. They're literally getting hacked the whole entire game. Did you see that picture of Angel Reese jumping up for the rebound and Naphessa Collier grabbing her by the waist?
Yep.
Like she wanted to take out on the dance.
Yep.
Then you got Lana Smith slapping on the arm. Like, this is what Angel been dealing with since she got in the WNBA. Angel Reese right now is averaging how many free throws? She only last game she only had 2 free throw attempts. The game before that is 4 free throw attempts. The game before that is 2 free throw attempts. She plays she's aggressive. Not only it's not like she shies away from content, she's just shooting a bunch of threes. Usually you'll see that in the NBA, somebody that shoot a bunch of threes, referee ain't gonna get a benefit of the doubt and say, well, you a finesse player. Angel was going up aggressive and she's banging every single night and she only getting 2 free throws. That's definitely a problem. When I look around the league, I think I don't know, it's like a lot of picking and choosing going on. You know, certain teams at home is home cooking. That Valkyrie game, that was some of the worst officiating I've seen in the WNBA. When Chicago played the Valkyrie was able to do whatever they want to do. They allowed them to play physical, just like Minnesota last night. They was out there playing penitentiary ball. Dog, with old girl off the bench could have hurt Angel Reese.
77. Yeah, Cobra.
Foul. She Lana Smith hit Angel Reese on the arm before Angel Reese died for the ball. She got hit. Freaking Michaela, she got hacked. They almost took out the game. They allowed teams to start playing physical for one end. And then the referees, you notice something, y'all. I noticed something. At the end of the game, they noticed, man, well, we allowed them to get away with too much now. Now we got to start calling stuff. So now you're going to allow Chicago to get in the bonus at the end of the game? Really, bro? Really? They should have been in the bonus every quarter. Angel and Camilla is not getting the respect they deserve. I'm glad Angel called it out. I wish Tyler Morris would. Why? Oh my God! I wish the things that Angel Reese said last night. I want to hear that from Tyler Morris though. Bro, you got to fight for your team. I don't look. Angel, she came out and did Tyler Morris' job. It's like she doing everybody's job. She recruiting. She's assisting, rebounding, scoring. She's the GM. She got to be the coach too. She got more heart than he do. Come on, bro. Come on, Tyler Morris. Now, when it comes to the officiating again, I seen some bad officiating around the league. Some bad officiating. It's been going on. I don't want the league to become soft though. Everything is not a foul. Look, you notice I don't really complain about every little thing. It's just when veteran players know how to finesse. They'll grab a player, hold their shorts, hold them down so they can go up and block somebody's shot. That's what they kept doing to Angel. It's a couple times they did it. Old girl was leaning on Angel Reese's side to kind of keep her down so when she jumped, it's easy to get blocked. That's why Angel, she got to start going up. She got to go up stronger now because some of these folks, once she see a defender coming up, man, just use all your lift and go up because they're not going to give you the foul, bro. That's just what it is. Look, I'm all for the physicality, but there's you got to know the difference between physical play and just obvious fouls. Grabbing somebody on the wrist, slapping somebody on the top of the head, those obvious fouls. Now, somebody, little bumping, you sliding your feet, you trying to run a three-point shooter off the line, cool. You allow that little stuff to play. But I just think the referees, they got to make a couple tweaks. Now, some of these fans, they over-exaggerating a little bit. Oh, this is such a foul. Man, I ain't finna do all that crying, dog. Because, again, I like the physical play. Some of this stuff, you got to clean it up now. Some that grabbing folks around the waist, hitting them on the arm, knocking them down, pushing them down while they going for the loose ball, that's fouls. But that's it, bro. I think the officiating on Libra scale 1 through 10, it's been a 9. I would give it a 9 because they're picking and choosing. They're picking and choosing who they want to get these calls to. I saw Fees of College, she getting a little love taps and getting to the free throw line. Angel out here getting roughed up night in, night out. Too much picking and choosing going on. That's my problem. We got to be consistent. Be consistent. If you're going to call it that way, you got to call it across the board. That's all it is.
No, I feel that. I mean, hey, it's weird because it's a tough situation. It's like a fine line. Cause like I agree with Showtime. It is a fine line on calling it, but sometimes swallowing your whistle because you don't want the game to turn into a free throw shooting contest. So it's a very fine line, and I agree with Showtime on this as well. I love the WNBA because you don't see a lot of free throws. You don't see 100 free throws in the game where the game that's supposed to take 2 hours, take 3 hours, 3.5 hours because you shoot free throws
Right.
every game.
Right.
Like, I love that part, but again, you take away from Chicago is a paint scoring team, right? I think they're top 5 in paint points. They're bottom 3 in 3-pointers made, and taken. You would want to see them up there more. That means they're going through a lot of contact. They're around a lot of more contact than a 3-point shooting team like the Sparks, who ironically is up there in free throw attempts. I think they're top 5, mostly because of Kelsey Plum and Rikia, and Hamby as well. If I'm Chicago or any team, right? If it's Angel Reese or anybody, what I would do if I'm the coach or the GM, I'm recording the games, I'm sending it to the league office, and I'm filing a complaint. If they don't do anything, I'm taking it a step further. I'm recording the next coming games, and I'm sending it to the board of governors. Somebody is in corrosion, and I'm letting it be known, or fix it. One of the two happening. If I'm really about my team and I want my team to be safe, I want my team to get their just due. I want my team to make sure as a coach or a GM, I see you, I hear your complaint, and I'm going to bat for you. I'm challenging the league office. If they don't do anything, I'm challenging the board of governors that create the rules that the referees go by. The owners in the league office don't. It's the board of governors that approve how the officiating is done. They approve when a foul is being called. They approve who called the foul, whether it be the sideline referee, the baseline referee, the back judge, whoever. They decide who actually calls that. So, I mean, you got to be better as a league if you're going to continue to enhance your league. You don't want players like going in the paint, just getting hacked across the arm, things like that are blatant to the casual eye, and it not being called. Like a little tug around the waist, things like that, those happen. You don't want to call a foul every time somebody touches somebody's waist. But if I'm going up for a shot, they grab my waist, they hit my arm, they hit my wrist, that should be an automatic foul because your baseline referee is there for that actual foul. If you got a referee standing there for that actual foul, their job is to call that foul. So again, if I'm any team and my star player is getting hacked like that, I'm recording it, sending it to the league office, and letting it escalate from there. As a player, one thing I don't want players to do, like even Reese to do, is let that get in her head and change her play style. Nah, just keep going through emotions. Go through the motions, go through the contact. I don't want that to get in her head and change her play style. Nah, what Angel Reese has to do is continue to put the pressure on the referee to make the call. Continue to put the pressure on them to make the call. Don't let the referee calling change your play style. Even though I'm one of the people that's on her about taking more jump shots. So if it leads to her taking 1 or 2 more jump shots of the game, getting to that mid-range showtime, I'm all for it. But if it's taken away from her attack, anything like that, don't let that do it. Continue to put the pressure on the referees. They do need to vet these referees a little more, because I was doing some research. I forgot what game I was calling. It was an Aces game. I don't know if they were playing the Golden State Valkyrie. 2 of the referees were literally refereeing AAU basketball last year. Like, we pulled up their reference on Basketball Reference. 2 of them, this was their first year refereeing. They were refereeing AAU basketball games last year. You're in a professional, like, they don't go get the overseas referees. They don't go get the NBA referees that's on their off day. They don't even go get the college referees and let them come. Why you got an AAU referee refereeing a professional basketball game? What? Is they not paying enough? Like, what is going on here? Like you got the floor, HD. What's your thoughts, man?
Hold on, bro. Like, can't fold. Hey, man, look here, dog. You got, of course, they're not paying enough. They got development coaches turning to head coaches overnight. WNBA is cheap.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
No, I mean, look.
Hey, you know you gotta get that shot in HD.
Hey, man, listen, I need more than a shot. I need a whole missile launcher thrown over there. Look, like, my thing is, we complained about this with Teaspoon, but at the end of the day, Teaspoon had her players fighting. We don't even have that going on, but that's mainly because our leader, who to me, I think is turning into, man, she might be in the top 5 or 4 by the time the season's over with, like out of the 4s, like in the league. She needed to say what she said, but to me, Tyler Marsh needs to step up. To me, Tyler Marsh should have got a tech early in the game. I know people are going to say, well, a tech, he's going to have to pay the fine. Well, I don't care about that. You have to show your team that you're passionate and that you care, that you're there for them. I honestly think this team is digging deep within each other more than they're actually looking at the coaches. I don't think the coaches have anything to do with the play that they're playing with, or even when they did good yesterday, we were up 24-10. That was mainly, to me, more of the players. I just think the players said, look, the coach is going to be the coaches. Let's just play. Angel said what she said, but you have to take the next step. We're talking about this now, Prince and Show. This is like, what, game 16, 17? You should have did this after what they did to you in Indiana and New York. You should have been doing this. Like, I don't even think they're taking this seriously as an organization. I don't even think they're even trying their hardest. I think these guys, I think this is actually their first year as an organization figuring out how to actually try to do their jobs, because they've never been under the spotlight before. I don't think they know what to do. I don't think they know they got to record tape prints and send it to the league. I don't even know, Show, if they even know how to actually fight for their player, because they've been letting players go out the back door since 2006, since their inception. So I don't even think they care. I think Angel had to step up and say it, because she just like, look, man, I'm tired of getting my ass whooped every night. And I'm down there by myself. Like, even in her tweet to Camilla, like, you look happy over there. She knew Miller was going. I wanted her just to go to her birth certificate and change to Brazil, that she from Brazil, so she could go with Miller over there. But she can't do that. So this organization should have done this a long time ago. Last night, Minnesota, I give their depth a lot of credit, because I've been watching 77 on their team. Kova, she's been balling. Shepard's been balling for them. But we look at it from the standpoint of she needed to say something. I think she needs to take it upon herself to go to the video coordinators or whoever and send it herself. Because if they're not going to send it, you got to do it. Like, you might have to do it. This organization is bad. Like, they're really bad. If you're going into your 16th or 17th game and your team is being officiated like this, y'all should have been said something. because there's no damn way that the Sparks should have more free throw attempts than you, and all they do is shoot the ball all day. So, I mean, look, she needs to go up to the front office. She needs to cuss them out and let them know this is what needs to be done. If not, look, man, I told y'all what she can do, man. You know what I'm saying? She can go get that trade thing going, that request, or that let's get up out of here. You know, I'm cool with leaving. I got no issue with changing colors real quick and we go represent another team, because look, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen them take the extra step to try to protect their players. They're not. Ariel Atkins got hit one time and she didn't even get no calling, and she got a resume. She had a resume in this league, and she gets treated like she's like the bottom 5 best player in the league. Like, she gets treated terribly. And then you got E. Will getting slapped. You got Michaela. Like, I don't know. Like I said, that they need to take the extra steps to protect the players. I'm glad she spoke up for herself, because nobody else gonna speak up for her. Tyler Marsh attempted to do it, but it was so weak and soft. I don't even think anybody heard it, because he can't speak above a certain notch in his voice box. So, hey, that's all I got, man.
I'm looking at these free throw attempts. Slim averaged 8 free throws down to 9 free throws a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she shoot a lot of perimeter shots. She drives. She foul baits a whole lot.
She do. She on that. She
does
on that Kelsey Plum.
Tip Hayes, foul merchant. That's all they do.
That's why I say, man, I don't know what Ainge got to do. She got a flop sometime like everybody else. I don't know what's going on, bro. Like, and no, I ain't co-signing she should flop, but I'm just saying, bro, like, it's getting ridiculous, because I still get hit a whole lot. I try not to complain, but this game and that Valkyrie game, which is bad. Yeah. Like, damn. I mean, okay, miss a call or two, cool, but damn, like, she getting hammered though. You gotta call that. And then you said the time what was the second time they did call a foul? They act like they didn't want to call that. That's when she turned around like, what the hell y'all doing? You remember that when Courtney Williams said, "Calm down"?
Yeah.
Like they ain't want to call it.
Like, I don't want to be a conspiracy person, but these refs, because we've talked about this on other shows I've been on. These refs, like, some of them come from college as well. So some of them, like, I don't know if they're being told by the league to officiate certain players a certain way. I just think Angel just has a terrible whistle. Like, the league, for some reason, they're not adapted to that play style. But I don't want it to come to a point where, like Prince said, I don't want her to change her style. That's what makes the game entertaining and fun, your style. Now, if she adds those mid-ranges, like Prince was saying, I'm cool with that. That could probably have her learn how to shoot more and take more shots. And then she start getting that muscle memory going, like, I'm just going to let these things fly and I'm going to get comfortable. But other than that, I think a lot of times these referees, they're biased as well. Like, they're fans too. Some of them come from areas where they may like certain other players and they may view you as this type of player. They may look at her as that she's always initiating it instead of her actually getting fouled. So that could also be at play too, that they're not used to her style of play. I know it sounds, I'm just saying.
Like, bro, we just saying, yeah, there are players that went up and got hit in the back and hit in the back of hell before. It ain't what's so different about Angel style? She can't get a call. I mean, damn. You gonna keep holding the girl and bumping it all kind of dumb shit? Man, get out of it. Hey, look, man, no fish ain't just garbage. That's all it is. Stop being
no,
cheap.
They're garbage. Yeah.
Man, it's like, bro, hey Prince, it's like these folks, you know how it is with certain restaurants. Like, you know, you ever been to Popeyes and you can tell when the manager in the back? You can tell when the manager in the back. You can tell when they not there. When the manager ain't there, you seeing the cooks, they sitting up in the front, they got pot all over the shirts.
Shirt all on top.
The phone, you can tell when the boss there. When the boss ain't there, it's like everybody do what they want to do. Hey man, forget the rules. It's what it feel like the WNBA. Cat Engelberg somewhere when the newest New York Liberty shirt on, whatever the blazer she was wearing. She wearing a new blazer, sitting back. She probably don't even watch WNBA every single night. She don't know what's going on. Man,
No,
like,
she don't.
Like, god dang, your officials are garbage. We gotta be honest. You need to get some real officials who know what the hell they doing. And okay, what's the rules? What is a foul and what's not a foul? I mean, good Lord.
But they change it up for different players, dog. That's just, they've always done that. That's why the NBA and other leagues have went to go get their own refs, personally had their own refs like paid and made for that league. Like,
you know what I'm afraid of? And HD, you said that, and it might sound conspiracy, but you know what I'm afraid of though? I'm afraid some of these officials may be biased. They may have certain players they like more than others.
Of course they are. Look at that bald head bastard. You saw that bald head bastard?
I'm gonna tell you something. That's not far-fetched.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
That's not far-fetched. This league is allowing nepotism day in, day out. We got GMs that don't know how to build teams. We got coaches that don't have coaching experience. Like, it's very possible, bro. They hiring a bunch of referees that line on the application. They hiring a bunch of people that line on the application. They tell them, oh yeah, no, I'm not biased. But yeah, if you go to their house, they got their favorite basketball player jersey on the wall. What's this about?
Oh, of course.
So
of course.
That's what it is, man.
Hey,
of course.
Man, look, this league needs a overhaul, referees, ownership, GMs, coaches. Some of these players got to go. Like, this can be a beautiful league if they do it right. And they got a lot of hope in this league, man. And it starts with the refereeing, because I mean, play style gonna be what play style gonna be. But
yeah,
if I'm a coach, right? Like, we used to have this play. We used to call it the anchor high, where we would literally run a rub screen just so our big could get fouled. So if you're a coach, you don't even want to run certain plays because you don't know if you're going to get a foul. And again, that's why that's why I say, like, I don't want that to. And again, for players, I know I used to feel like that sometimes. Like, man, I'm not about to go up in there because I ain't gonna get the call. So like, as that's why I'm like, I don't want Angel Reese to get in her head of, oh, I'm not gonna get the whistle.
Right.
Just let me pass it here. Nah, keep putting the pressure on them. If you attack from the elbow, the first 10, 12 games of the season, keep doing it. Go through the contact.
But her coaches got to
pressure on them.
But Prince, but her coaches got to tell her that, man. And I just don't trust these coaches. Like, look, like, we could be preaching it, me, you, and Show. We could preach it forever. You know the game way more than I do because you played it. But dog, even me sitting on the couch, Tyler has got to set the precedence. He's got to say, F this shit. They fouling her. Like, he gotta let it go. Like, he gotta dig deep. And whatever cojones he got left, he gotta dig deep. Like, he got dog. Look, I need him to walk around like I'm the biggest man in this whole arena. You gotta be like that as a coach. I don't care about your X's and O's. Let's be for real. It don't matter about that. Can you play basketball in your words, Prince? Can you coach basketball? Can you step up and say, look, they keep hacking her. Like, I need him to be a nigga for once. That's it. That's it. And then go back to being Tyler Marsh. That's it. That's all I need to do. I'm tired of watching this game and he get mad. He rolling up his sleeve and like, let's go do something. What you rolling your sleeve up for? You ain't finna box nobody. You ain't finna slap nobody. You trash, dog. I'm sorry. Trash.
Has Angel got a tech yet for not getting a foul?
Yeah, she been getting texts.
No, I'm talking about like let's say she didn't get a call. Has she got a tech yet for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting one every game then. Until look, as a player, sometimes you got to put pressure on your head coach too.
Yep.
I'm getting to take every game.
He keeps talking about, there's a couple calls we feel like we didn't get. We could have got.
Right.
And it's, you know, it's very frustrating, but you know, we just got to go out there and try to control the things we control. And next time, next game, you know, we got to execute. You know, just make sure Angel get the ball and she goes up, and Camilla, we have to be efficient. And if they call a foul, so what? If they don't, they don't. Like, bro,
That's how you sound.
like,
Hey man,
that's
hey,
why
we need to.
That's
Look,
why Angel getting frustrated, because she like, why is this dude,
Yep.
like, bro, why my voice deeper than yours?
hey, look,
That's what I'm telling you.
Hey, look, Showtime.
Angel
We
got
need
the
to
girl
contact
voice.
Doctor Strange.
Come on.
We need to contact Doctor Doom, somebody, even Thanos. We need to get the Infinity Gauntlet. There's a Tyler Marsh. I believe HD. I'm with you, HD. There's a Tyler Marsh somewhere in the multiverse that can get on referees.
That's me.
Out there. We
I'm
in the
telling you.
616. We got the wrong Tyler Marsh. We need to go.
We got the wrong one.
The Cosmos.
We
need to go wherever.
We got to go to 6160. We got to go to 6160.
Universe, they go get that Tyler Marsh, because that Tyler Marsh probably about that life. We need to get
I'm telling you.
Tyler Marsh. He out there in that multiverse. We don't know where he at, but we need to go get the gauntlet from Thanos or something, man. We need Doctor Doom. I need Iron Man to come back. Somebody got the gauntlet. We got to go get the real Tyler Marsh.
Somebody, bro. He shows no emotion. Like, dog, this one also made me mad. It's okay, Tyler. Call a timeout. I promise you'll be okay. You'll be okay. I promise you'll be okay if you call a timeout. Just call at least two of them.
Shout out to Mario for the $2 super chat. HD, do the Tyler Marsh for us. They will make my day.
Well, we were out here. We had a couple screens that we could have got the ball open. I thought we could keep the ball more. Bantam's my favorite player. Bantam's my favorite player.
Put the glass on.
I had to ask Tanisha Wright. I had to ask Tanisha Wright if I could get her pair of glasses, but I lost them, so she wouldn't give me hers. So I had to go to Dollar Tree, get me some real glasses. Some plus threes. Yeah. That's what he does. That's what he does. Like, and he speaks quiet. Like he speaks quiet, like he's in the class, like he's in the library. You're not in the library, Marsh. You're at a game. Like, yell something.
Man, when he be talking to the referee, they be like, "Man, you talking to me? Oh, go sit down somewhere, bro."
Right. They're like, out of here.
They treat him like a substitute teacher, man.
No. Hey, I'm sorry, y'all. Look, even one of my homeboys in our little group text, he told me, I'm glad Tyler Marsh wasn't our coach. We would have got him up out of there at practice. He wouldn't even have coached the game show time. We would have tried him at practice. We would have got him up out of there. We would have tried him at practice. He got him out of there. We would have ran him clean up out of there. But man, enough on the bad officiating around the league, man. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another show where we're gonna talk about the officiating again. I just got a funny feeling it's gonna get a whole lot worse before it get better. It is. I got a funny feeling, Showtime and HD. We gonna come in here one day because we gonna have a topic about the referees not giving Chicago Sky a foul call to end the game on an open layup. I got a funny suspicion it's going to eventually happen. Chicago will lose by 1 point because somebody didn't get a foul shot on a hard foul to end the game. I just got a feeling it's coming. If they keep letting this go on, it's eventually coming. But enough about the bad officiating because it's taking away some of my brain cells, man. We're 2 months into the season. I want to get y'all take. Let's get back to the players for a second here. We're 2 months into the season. HD, you go first. Who's your top 5 MVP candidates so far going into July?
Alyssa Thomas.
That's your order, or are you just saying your 5?
Please get an order.
I'm just saying my 5. Huh?
Please get an order. I gotta hear this mess.
Yeah, I gotta hit his order. Come on,
Yeah,
HD.
Okay.
1 through 5. This is
Okay, 1 through 5. I got Alyssa Thomas. That's my 1. 2, I got Asia Wilson. 3, I got I had Alicia Gray, but she's been letting me down. So 3, I'm gonna go Fisa. 4, I'm gonna go let's see, 4. You know, I'm gonna stick with Goggles at 4. And 5, I'm possibly gonna go.
They don't know who Goggles is.
They know who Goggles is. If you don't know who Goggles is, go watch my streams. Y'all know Goggles. Y'all know who Goggles is. The player I've been bragging about since the beginning. The player who's been balling, who's been busting everybody's favorite player butt every game day. They know who Goggles is. That's that girl out of South Carolina, Gamecock. Great. Got her at 4. And then 5. God, ain't really that many good teams. I'll go 5. I'll say I'll throw Skylar at 5. Skylar's at 5.
Okay. So who your hold on, because I want to write it down. Who it is?
I got AT, I got Asia,
Right.
I got Fee, I got Alicia Gray, and I got Skylar Diggins. Those are my 5.
Okay. What about you, Show? Who your 5?
Huh. The Fisa College, she's still alive, right?
Yeah, she's somewhere out
Not
there.
Not the way she been playing, but yeah. Go ahead.
Time out. She had 1 or 2 bad games in her return. She been cooking ever since.
She's okay. I mean, she's cool.
No, she was not okay.
She cool.
Not okay. Stop.
I think it's more Courtney. I think it's more Courtney Williams and McBride.
I agree with you, HD.
I think it's more Courtney Williams and McBride.
I agree with you, HD.
What did McBride do last night?
Hey, Courtney Williams balled out last night, right? Naphessa didn't show up all game, and then the other games, like I said, the other games, Kayla McBride's defense has been holding them down, and Courtney Williams, when Courtney Williams is on, it makes it a lot easier for that girl Naphessa. And Naphessa, in a lot of games, her stats just do not add up to her play. It just doesn't. I went back to watch her early games. Sometimes I forget Naphessa's out there. I just do. Like, she's very forgettable. Like, Elena Smith one game was carrying them the whole first half. And she didn't wake up till, like, they got a big lead by, like, 15.
So what did she do against the
Valkyries? I mean, her numbers don't match. I'm watching the game and her numbers, I don't see it.
What did she do against the Valkyries?
I just don't see it.
What did she do against the Valkyries?
The Valkyries, you mean the whistle game too? Part 1.
No, that's not
whistle part 1.
What she do against the Valkyries? Don't.
She put up some numbers. She did good down the stretch, but most of that game that was a supporting cast game.
Say what?
That was a supporting cast game, and then she turned it up later.
That's what the best player on the team supposed to turn it up and win it in the 4th quarter, don't it?
I guess. I mean, look. No hate. I got a 3. I got a number 3 to me by default.
Anyway. Why is you talking? You already had.
Because you're going conversating with me, so I'm conversating back.
I thought it was my turn. You gave your list 5, 6.
Who your top 5 is, man? You got the flow showtime.
Go ahead, bro. I'll tell you what. You get to pick my list and yours. Go ahead, bro. I forgot. I can't even get mine off.
I'm not picking your list.
You got the flow show. Don't let it take over the show. You got the flow show.
Dog. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I ain't trying to hear all this crap. Fee had she had 28 points, came up big in the second half against Washington.
Hey, show, is that me or you?
His mic cut off from that bullshit he was saying.
We can't hear you. We can't
Your
hear you.
mic cut off.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Your mic cut off because it ain't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Prince, his mic said, I don't want to hear that shit.
Look, I thought I was tripping.
I thought I was tripping too.
I put my headphone in and everything. I thought I was like,
hey, Prince, I was looking like, I hope it ain't me because I'm trying to.
Shout out to while we wait for Showtime to come back to give that garbage list. Hey, y'all be prepared. This list is about to be garbage, y'all. Because all he won't do is glaze feet. So y'all be prepared. Shout out to Mario for the $2 super chat. Angel Vince the feed part 2 early tomorrow.
That Mike said mute.
Wow, man. Hey, man. Look, I thought it was me at first. I thought it was you at first. Hey, HD, you were talking.
No, it wasn't me. It was you. Your mic ain't agree with that shit you was saying.
Nah.
It's about to be some bullshit. Come on, man. Finish your list, man.
Okay. But hold on. Don't rush me. Hold on now.
Finish your list, man.
Hey, bro, don't try to speed me up.
Because y'all about to see a dead body. Finish your list, man.
You said it every week. Yeah, I can't look. What about the bag yet? You said it every single week.
Finish your list.
Don't nobody hit them regular.
Hey, look, y'all. He got the trick bag.
Bro,
I got the body bag.
Kimfo, you are not finna rush me to say A'ja Wilson, the GOAT, is the number one. Knowing her team been struggling. Ain't nobody trying to y'all at A'ja Wilson bullshit. Ain't nobody not trying. I'm not trying. Look, I'm take my look here, dog. Look here, check this out. I'm finna get my points across. You are not finna stop people talking, dog. You ain't
What's
finna,
your list, man?
Sit your ass back and let me talk. You are not finna talk. Look here, man. You ain't finna speed me up. Now back to what I was saying.
Take your time.
You done?
I'm done.
That's what I was saying. I don't even know what y'all heard. What y'all? What the last
we ain't hear nothing you said. After you said,
we ain't hear nothing, bro. Okay. I ain't gonna hold you. We didn't hear nothing.
Okay. Now, this is what I was saying. Look, did y'all hear me say something about the game performance against Washington?
No, we ain't hear nothing.
Yeah.
You said.
Okay. Yeah. Again. She played good against Washington. Against your girl, Kiki, 28 points. Played really good in the fourth quarter. Came through. Her team needed her against the Valkyries. Last night, look, I give you that. Her last night more of a Courtney Williams game. She going up against her kryptonite. We already know Angel gives her the most problems. Last year, Naphessa College shot 38% against Chicago. That's just what it is. I mean, Chicago is just a bad matchup because of Angel. Then you got Camille on the weak side. But a lot of times it's Angel because we saw it on Rival. She just gets her a hard time, you know. She scored a couple times, Angel, but Angel also did a really good job on it. So charge that to the game. Now look, at the end of the day, Minnesota only lost 2 games. Look. They've been giving people MVPs based off their impact on winning. Their team is 17-2. Those 2 games, 3 games here and there she's been playing bad. That's not that don't stand out more than her good performances. She's still averaging 24 points a game. From a statistic standpoint, she's still putting up MVP numbers. It's not A'ja Wilson from last year, but it's MVP numbers, respectfully. So, okay, who's my number 2? I'm going AT. I got AT number 2. Number 3. Can you stop? Hey, bro, if you don't chill out all that, bro. Come on, dog. Like, god dang, bro. You invented basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? I'm finna put your ass in the body bag. I'm finna cook you on something you invented. So, and I'm gonna be right again. Like I said, now by the way, A'ja Wilson played out of her mind yesterday. Got it done on both ends of the floor. She is. Let me say this on the record. This don't have to be said, but it needs to be said. A'ja Wilson, the best player in the WNBA. Now you hear me now. She's the best player in the WNBA. So this got nothing to do with
the plan.
Because to me, it's not a debate. If Asia had Fee team, they'd probably be undefeated. If Fee was on Vegas, they'll be struggling. That's just what it is. So this had nothing to do with who the better player. I'm just telling you,
I like that.
based off the criteria to win MVP, I'm only going out the criteria. Fee is number one because she got the stats. Her team is winning. That's just what it is. Now, and I'm gonna put AT number 2. I'll put Asia number 3. Give me Alicia Gray number 4 and number 5. I told you the other day. Number 5 is God. Give me a second. I can't remember right now. Who did I have number 5? It was I'm not gonna say Aliyah Boston. She's in my top 10. I'm gonna go with Stewie. My bad. It's Stewie. I got Stewie number 5.
Who your 3 and your 4?
I got AT number 2, and it's just right now. AT number 2, Asia number 3, Alicia Gray number 4, Stewie number 5.
I ain't mad at that. That's a good list.
Matter of fact,
you think Stewie better than AB? You think Stewie been better than AB?
Hold on a second. Swap Stewie with Alicia Gray. Put Stewie at number 4, Alicia Gray at number 5.
You think Stewie been playing better than all them?
I'm gonna keep because they got a better record. They got a better record. But they play have slipped since JJ started, she got hurt. But she's still putting up a good individual season, just like Asia Wilson. If you look at Asia individual season, it's not as good as last year, but it's still good. Like the performance like last night make you feel like, damn, that's definitely the best player in the world. Stu is still top 3 in the league, and she's still putting up really good individual numbers. And you look at her play, it's okay. She's still top 3 from an eye test perspective. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you, but her games are forgettable to me. But I got you.
Okay, well, why you got Stewie? Why you got Stewie over Fee then? I mean, what's up with that? Because I
didn't have Stewie over Fee.
He ain't got Stewie over Fee.
I ain't got Stewie in my top 5.
Okay.
No, sir.
HD got 18,
she's in my bottom 10.
Fee, Gray, and Skylar.
Skylar's been out playing her all year. And AB too.
Let me look at something real quick, because I know I'm not.
AB been out playing her too. I got her around like 7, 8, maybe 9. That's why I got Stewie.
Maybe I'm tripping. Hold on a second. You know what? Hey, Prince.
What up?
Prince. Swap Alicia. Okay, how I had it the first time, swap Alicia Gray at 4, Stewie at 5. You right. Now that I think about it.
Alicia Gray at 4, Stewie at 5. All right.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I put Stewie at 5.
Everybody there in the audience, later tonight, I'm gonna create a doc, a little PDF, and we're gonna put this up on our community post so y'all can engage with our top 5 MVPs so far through the season. Y'all can engage with that in the comments on our community post later tonight. I ain't mad with Showtime. I'm actually not mad. I thought you was gonna start capping, but I'm actually not mad. I thought you was gonna try to put Asia at 4. You was about to get body bagged because you was thinking about it the way you was talking.
Ain't nobody ever body bagged me on no YouTube. Stop.
You was thinking about it. You was thinking about it though.
I am so good for a reason. Be realistic.
You was thinking about it. You tried to put Alicia Gray. I heard the way you was talking.
I am the baby goat.
You tried to put Alicia Gray.
I ain't getting body back. I am.
You ain't slick.
Everything you
tried
said about
to put it.
I am that when it comes to talking basketball.
First of all, time out. First of all, AT. Who the hell do you think AT is? You got her number 1. I don't start with your list first.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Listen. AT is the engine. And from the sideline and on the floor, she's got those no-nos. She got a bunch of team of no-nos. And you even said yourself that Phoenix was around 8th seed throughout the playoffs. She got them playing like a top 2 to 3 team. So don't go there with me. Don't go there with me. Because you and everybody said, okay, but still,
why
18.
Why said two ain't on that list? Y'all argued me up and down last week. She the reason why they Phoenix winning.
Yeah, side 2 is the best.
I had it wrote
side
down.
2.
Y'all
side 2
arguing with me last year.
Side 2 is the best player. I said it, but the most important and valuable is AT. I never said that she wasn't the most valuable. I don't go with that as the best player all the time. My criteria is different. AT has a team full of no names, a bunch of people y'all never heard of, don't know where they stay at, don't know where they were born at. She got them playing in the top 3 or 4 basketball right now. That's facts. Asia's my number 2 because Asia is like in like 4 or 5 categories, top 3. That's crazy. And then in the games, she's been willing her team. It's just that she ain't got a team because Jewel Lloyd is sinking them like an anchor. Then let's go to 3. I got Fee. Fee, statistically, from her stats, she's looking good. But when I watch the games, it dictates whether Courtney or Kayla or even the other players play good to get her to the 4th quarter. And sometimes she don't show up in the 4th quarter. Then we go to number 4 with Aliyah Gray. Even though Rhyne is stuck out in 2 or 3 games, Aliyah Gray shocked all of y'all. Y'all didn't even think Aliyah in the dream would even be this good. So let's be honest. Y'all didn't think they were going to be good. Nobody even had them like 4 or 5 or 6. Nobody had that. And then let's look at Skylar Diggins. That team in Seattle was playing like dogs because of Skylar Diggins, and she's been the most consistent on the team. Nneka will have some games here and there, but it's mainly Skylar on both ends of the floor. She dictates what the team does, period. She does. Stewie, I love Stewie. Legacy-wise, Stewie's probably in my top 10, top 8, legacy-wise, but she has not played good this year. She has not looked good to me. Jaquel Jones was the cog of that team. That team doesn't look good without Lainey Hamilton either, or Kayla Thornton. That team is missing a lot of versatility on that perimeter on both ends of the floor. And then Aliyah Boston, look, great player doing her thing. I'm sorry, but Kelsey Mitchell, that team goes where she goes. If she doesn't want to close, they lose. They just do. They don't play good. When she don't play good at the end, they don't play good. I don't know what it is. It's weird. It's like very weird with that team. So that's why I got them kicked where they're at.
Okay. You got ET above Asia?
But yeah, because her team had more success right now. That can change though. If bro, honestly, dog, I'm telling you, like that the Aces perimeter defense is hard to watch, bro. I can't stand watching bad defense. And she has to go over and above just for this team to have a chance to even win close games, you know. And Asia set the bar so high last year, like
yeah.
The way she started the season, it was like it's bad. You feel what I'm saying? Compared with
she had a 50-point game in there.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Fee got out to a hot. Fee kind of got the narrative right now, right?
Yeah.
We understand that. I'm looking at this is why I was telling you. I was like, I think Fee gonna win. Me, you had this conversation way before the season started. I said, I think Fee gonna win MVP this year, based off of she finished number 2 last year. Minnesota was in the finals. Some people feel like they got robbed. She was an unrivaled MVP. I think that was gonna carry on to this season. It is. Now there was a couple games you were like, okay, McBride, she had a better game. Courtney Williams had a better game, but Fee steered her impact. We can't ignore her impact defensively, offensively. Whether we feel like she's overrated or not. Naphessa Collier, to me, no question, the second best player in the league. And you could debate her, JJ, her, Stewart. To me, she is the second best player. She does move the needle. Now, My only thing I question from Fee, can she win the big one though? When her team, this is what I want to see from Fee this year, and I got to get it from this year, because we don't get it this year, we're never going to get it. I feel like, can Fee, when her team is not really playing good, can she be the one that's like Angel do? Give me the ball, everybody get out the way, I'm gonna take us home. I still haven't gotten that yet. Not really. I haven't really gotten that yet. That's what I'm waiting on. We will see. Her job will be tested. And I'm talking about that's like a line where people use oh yeah, you real tough, but have your jaw been tested.
Yeah.
Somebody walk up to you and tap that jaw, you can take a punch. We're gonna find out. You 17-2, you by far the best team in the league in the regular season. Postseason, when I look at this team up and down with Diamond Miller off the bench, the depth they have, the length, and the size they have, Minnesota should win a championship. To me, it's championship of failure. I'm not even kidding. It's their year to win a championship. And this on Fee. I'm looking at you, Fee. I'm telling you, you're the MVP. This is your year to win. But everything riding on Fee, I'm picking her to win MVP and champion. It's only right. Because she got the momentum. She got the narrative. A'ja Wilson, again, people was debating should she have won MVP, which was blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
Yeah.
I know they are trying to find some strange reason or random reason to not vote for her this year. Now that she don't have the numbers that Fee have, right, for the scoring numbers. Because A'ja is top 5 in every category, pretty much. I mean, top 10. I think she's top 10, right? If I'm not mistaken, other than assists.
She top 3.
Top 3 and what?
Top 3 in rebounds, blocks, right? Steals.
Yeah,
points.
Other than assists. So yeah,
it's insane, dog. Her it's insane. Asia's insane, dog.
Asia's
like she was created in the lab.
Asia is number 1 in offensive and defensive efficiency.
So A'ja's so out of this world. So when she have a mid performance like this, they're gonna say, "Well, it's mid. It's not good."
Yeah, facts. Mm-hmm.
If you know basketball, like,
no, you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Take your bias, like however you feel about A'ja, you gotta take that out of it, bro. We can't keep judging. Can't keep. I don't like using personal feelings when I'm talking real basketball. Fee, look, I love Fee. I know I like Fee. She ain't no A'ja Wilson though.
Oh, no.
She's not A'ja. And I notice like people are trying to like, because they don't like, I ain't just trying to push a certain agenda. I'm not finna go along with that because I like Fee too, just like I like A'ja. But we have to be honest. Better offensive player, A'ja. Better defensive player, A'ja. Better season though. Again, I think Naphessa Collier. And I think AT, she exceeding expectations. Nobody had Phoenix that high. That's why I got AT. Because she is a needle mover. When she was in Connecticut, they was top 3. She left Connecticut, they bottom. They bottom feeders. Phoenix Suns, not the Phoenix Suns, the Phoenix Mercury. The Phoenix Mercury was battling in the playoff last year. Now they looking like they got a chance to win a championship. And she came with a stimulus package. She got a wife over there now.
There you go. Let me get to my list because we do got to get to Bonner. We want to finish with Bonner. Let me get to my list. So this is my list. You already know I got A'ja number 1. A'ja. I look at the team around you and not the record sometimes. Sometimes I say, how is the players around you playing? Other than Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray isn't playing like an all-star.
Mm-mm.
Stokes is horrible, averaging 0.4 points a game. You just got Alyssa. Jewel Lloyd has been a shell of herself. You don't got no bench. You got Dana Evans coming off your bench. I mean, come on, man. Like A'ja got so much going against her, and she's still producing and got her team in the playoffs right now. And she has so much going against her. So I got A'ja number 1. I got Skylar Diggins number 2. I love what Skylar Diggins is doing. I got Skylar Diggins number 2. I love what she's doing offensively as a team leader, defensively, just dominating across the board. She had a game winner the other night. Like she's just dominating. I I got AT number 3. I like what Showtime said. She's the needle mover. Where she goes, winning goes. Where she goes, progression goes. Where she goes, players development go. And I like AD's angle on AT for his reason why he got her up there. Those players on that Phoenix Suns team would not be household names if AT was not on that team.
Nope.
McConney and all of them, Whitcomb, they would not be household names if AT wasn't on that team. Satu got a little bit to do with that too. But AT, I give majority of that to AT because she's the one distributing the basketball to them, even though she missed a couple games. I actually had AT at number 2, but then I was like, she missed too many games. I'm gonna put her at number 3. So I got Skylar number 2, AT number 3. I got Nneka Ogwumike, who's being totally disrespected. She's putting up a double-double. She's top 5 in scoring, I think. She's up there in rebounding. She's up there in defensive efficiency. I got her number 4 because she's playing the background of Skylar Diggins, but I get it. And I got Naphessa Collier, number 5. I need Fee. I'll move Fee up when she start playing good against the dominant teams. I need her to not be injured. I need her to have good field goal percentage. I need her to put up her average. Can she put up her average against the Asias, against the Stewies? That's what I'm waiting on for Fee Showtime. If she could put up her averages, I would have Fee number 1.
Man,
you have a great team around her when she plays against bigs that actually can guard her. She don't put up her normal numbers.
Man, that's nitpicking, bro. Come on.
No, that's not. I'm Showtime. I'm going off of what's in front of me. She don't put up good numbers against players that can challenge her.
Hey,
that's the MVP right there.
How many games they lost?
What did she do in the Commissioner's Cup?
How many games they lost?
What did she do in the Commissioner's Cup?
What did Asia Wilson do the game at the Commissioner Cup?
What you talking about?
They got their ass kicked.
What you talking about?
The Commissioner Cup don't attribute to the season, bro. Like that.
All I'm saying is
on the wins and losses.
I need her to show up when it matters.
You can't say Skylar Diggins having a better season than Naphessa Collier with a straight face, bro.
I think she is.
I think she is.
When I think you need to go get your brain cell checked, both of y'all.
The reason I got Fee 3 is because like her stats, she got it. Like she's like that person who come to class and they got the stats. But when I watch the game, I can't match the game with her stats. Like her team, like she's like a great cog in a great team. Like they can't win the big one without her, but they can get to the second round of the playoffs or first round without her. But they can't win the big one. Like she's a great cog there for like when everything comes down to her, when everybody's hitting their shots, the ball's distributing correctly. That's when she's able to get to her fadeaway into her spots. Like we saw that last night when they weren't hitting shots. Man, Fee barely could get anything off because it was too clogged for her.
She don't play defense?
She's a better help side defender. She's a great help side defender, but one-on-one matchup, one-on-one defense, she's okay.
Yeah, she is.
Like I give her.
She's more. I give her. She's a much better help side defender than she is.
She's a great help side defender. She's probably the best or one of the best in the game.
Players like Angel that's more physical and stronger, she struggled against them kind of players. I will say that.
How many points did Fee have against Asia?
What you mean against Asia? What are you talking about?
How many points did Fee have when they played the Las Vegas Aces?
Asia didn't play.
I said Fee. Okay, Asia did play. Asia did play.
Asia ain't played a game, did she?
Yes, she did.
I thought she missed that game.
No, she missed that game. How many points? But how many? I need them to play good teams or playoff teams where Fee has 7 points in that game.
Kenfolk, you a nitpicking dog.
I'm not. Showtime.
Bro,
they got a soft schedule to start the season.
So hold on. So Fee game is only determined off of scoring?
You at the beginning of your segment, did you not say Fee has the narrative for MVP? So I need her to put up MVP numbers when she plays tough competition.
She is putting on MVP numbers.
When she plays tough competition, I need her to put up MVP numbers.
Prince, hold on a second, Prince. I want you. All right, let me read this to you. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.6 steals, 1.5 blocks on 53% from the field, 35 from the 3, and 95% from the free throw line. Stop it, bro. Those are MVP numbers. You got to stop the cap, dog.
Yeah, she got the numbers. Like I said, Fee got the numbers. Like, if you want to give it to her for numbers, cool.
But numbers, that's what I'm saying. If you want to read the stat sheet and give it to her for numbers, I'm fine with it.
But if you watch the games, like,
I'm fine.
Man, it's sometimes I got to look back at the stat sheet. Like, did she put that up for real? Like, I don't see it sometimes.
But look, when you watch Fee though, Fee does things that don't show up on the stat sheet too, though, bro. Like, let's not act like she has to have the ball. Look, I'm looking at players different when they gotta have the ball in their hands. They gotta have they only have good games off of scoring. She does more than just score the ball. You know, I don't just grade her off that.
I just don't like that schedule, show. Like, I don't like that schedule, man. I just don't like that schedule.
I mean, she does.
It's a Collier fault.
She does,
but that's why I'm not taking out my top 5 yet.
Yeah, I'm saying you can't judge. Look, this is just from my personal point of view. You can't judge like certain, like they don't make the schedule, but I'm just saying, like, Naphessa to me just hasn't had a signature game. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen her just rise it. When she's playing against like the Kikis and like the lower competition, man, she shines. She does. When she goes against the better teams and stuff, she struggles.
It's the misses not in the playoff picture.
What? Give the MVP to the entire. Give the MVP to Cheryl.
What about did she not have 26 points against Allowing? They got the win. What are we talking about?
Give the MVP to Cheryl.
She did, but that game was more about the supporting cast. That's what I'm saying. If you want to argue numbers and stats, Fee is the MVP. Like, flat out, she's the MVP because of off of her stats. But if you're watching and you're looking at the game, you don't see an MVP player. I just don't see it yet. Like, being the top player. I've seen other players play better than her, like in games. I'm just saying, I don't see it yet. Like, it'll happen. We still got the rest of the season. She could come out for the next games and just go berserk and do what she does. And then I have to come back on here and be like, show GOAT was correct. I'll come over here and say it. I will.
She gonna win MVP. Y'all gonna see.
I mean, Showtime. They played Atlanta one time. They played the Mercury twice, one without. So they played the Mercury twice, but Fee didn't play one of the games and AT didn't play the other game.
Right.
And they 1-1 with Seattle. And they 1-1 with Seattle.
What about
they beat the Aces without Asia Wilson, and Fee only had 7. Outside of that, they ain't. I need them to play the Aces a couple more times. I need them to play a healthy Mercury when Fee plays, and I need them to finally play the Liberty.
But why we acting like that? But the problem with you saying is them players that you named before Fee, they had bad games too. Like Skylar, Asia had some bad games. Like that's why it don't make sense to me. If you're gonna nitpick her game, you might well nitpick everybody else because they not really playing. Like Asia not playing like she did last year for me to say she having a better season than Fee. Skylar Diggins.
I think she is.
She's not.
Asia's having she's in the top 3 or 5 in 5 categories, bro. And I'm seeing it when I'm watching it. Like, I'm seeing it when I'm watching it. It's like, I'm just telling you, look, these people have gotten tired of seeing Asia. She's just set the bar. She just set the standard. So everything she does, everyone looks at it like, I mean, she's great though. Like, you have nothing else, dog. This year, She's assisting. She's playing defense. She's bringing the ball up. She's shooting the ball. She's rebounding. She's doing everything, and it's noticeable. Like, I really like this season of A'ja because she makes it look so effortless. So you're gonna look at it like, this A'ja. So, and then she had the 1,000 points, and then she set her 5K mark this year. She set her 5K mark this year.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. What was A'ja Wilson's signature performance against a really good team then?
The signature moment, she's played good in the games against the Liberty in that. She's not the reason they lost. She's not the reason they lost. Her team is not good. Okay, but you just said it. If I put A'ja on Minnesota and put Fee there, they would be worse than they are. The Aces would be a bottom team if Naphessa was on the Aces right now. They would be number 13.
That, homie, but that got nothing to do with individual.
But A'ja got them at 7 or 8 with that bunch of bums around her. Like, let's be honest, it's a bunch of bums.
She do got Jackie Young too now. She do got Chelsea great team.
That's it.
So look, again,
who else?
I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna ask you again. Where's A'ja Wilson big MVP performance this year? And
she did it against the Liberty. She did it against the Fever. She did it against the Storm. Hold on. She did it against the Storm. She beat the Storm twice. She beat the Storm twice. Then she played good against the Liberty. Her team the reason they lost. Then she did good against the Fever. Her team was the reason they lost. That's not on her. She did everything she could.
So we getting our participation award now.
16 to start the season.
Hold up, Prince. Hold on. It ain't no participation award. Didn't she just win the game against the red hot Mercury not too long ago?
Hold on.
Hold up. I'm gonna reenact the move. She stepped through, lay up to win.
Lay out the gas, dog. She was not. So hold on, you telling me she was the sole reason why they won? She put up an MVP performance.
She wasn't the sole reason. She finally got some help from Nye. Nye finally woke up, and then she closed the last two. Like the last minute, she put up 2 big buckets.
Man, look.
That was her performance.
She lost against the team. She lost against the Liberty.
Right, but she did good in that game.
A 3-game streak where she didn't even well, it was a 2-game streak. She had 15 points, 35 points against the Sparks. She had 19 points and that against the Storm. That's the game you talked about. That's the game. Great.
Yeah, and look, what did the other team shoot? What did the other team shoot? She shut down their whole front court by herself. Go back and watch that game.
Hold on. When Fee had a great defensive performance, y'all don't bring it up.
What great defensive performance? Who did she lock down? So
you telling me
who did she lock down?
The defensive player of the year doesn't have great.
She locked down. Who?
What do you mean?
Who did she lock down?
Bro, her responsibility to be a weak side defender, man. Right?
Prince, didn't I tell him that, Prince? Didn't I tell him she's a great help side defender? Yes, great help side defender. I'm talking about one-on-one, mano-a-mano, me and you on this block.
Listening.
She ain't been holding it down like A'ja.
She had great defensive performance. Y'all don't bring it up. I didn't say shit.
What? But I'm asking you, what defensive performance?
I'm gonna say it one more time. I never said Fee shut nobody down. I said when she have great defensive performance, y'all don't bring it up. That's what I said.
She does well on defense. She's a great help side defender, and she's probably one of the best 4s who can switch on either position. I've given her credit for that. I'm just saying I've seen A'ja shut down a whole front court for long periods of the game by herself. She got her
ass bust a couple times too, though. Why we acting like
AB got it. Yeah, but that's AB. AB gave her some problems, but that's AB. AB just pumped Fee. AB took Fee water, shut her down, and went in her house, made a sandwich, then walked out of there like I'm AB.
AB just drove up to South Carolina and took a shit piece on her own statue.
Look, she didn't though. She didn't. She didn't take a shit on the statue, but she did give her problems. But AB punked Naphessa and took everything from her that game. She had Naphessa crying to the ref. I'm just saying.
Did she not do the same at Angel? She not playing
Angel busted her ass in Vegas.
Oh my God.
But she busted her ass in Vegas, though. She did. Angel beat her in Vegas.
AB, hold on. Who had a better performance the last game? AB or
the
AB?
Last game? I say Asia's right there with AB.
You got it.
Because it was back and forth. Like the reason that they lost show was because Natasha Howard and Kelsey Mitchell, they went berserk. That's what happened. Your Jackie Young, you told me Kelsey Mitchell was going berserk. And me and you even talked about it. Kelsey Mitchell's motor is out of this world. When she's on, she's on. You're not stopping that. I'm just saying.
You got it.
I'm trying to recollect the Minnesota Lynx season. I don't think Fee has a signature game. I don't think Fee has a signature play. I don't think Fee has a signature rebound, a signature block, a signature steal. I don't think Fee has a signature defensive game. I don't think Fee has a signature win yet. Like I'm trying to think through Fee's season so far. There's nothing when she had the opportunity to have a signature game against Cleaver in the Commissioner's Cup, she failed.
What's the criteria for winning MVP, Prince? Not your
You gotta
criteria.
have signature moments. You know this, Showtime.
What is the criteria for winning MVP, Prince?
Hey, y'all, don't let Showtime fool y'all.
No, sir. No, sir.
Don't let Showtime fool y'all.
What is
Showtime covers the NBA, y'all.
The criteria.
Showtime covers the NBA. He knows the criteria.
The criteria that the people are going to vote for is going to be stats in your team record.
Okay, then. And impact, right? Okay, then.
No, so not really. It's not really impact.
I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Naphessa's not impact. Oh, hey. Dog. Naphessa's winning the MVP right now because of stats and team record. Impact, I don't see it on that team. To me, it's Courtney Williams or Kayla and them. They're the impact players. Look at what happened last night, Show. Diamond Miller, the past 3 or 4 games, has come off the bench and been nuclear. And that's just woken the team up. Like, Naphessa is a solid player. Not taking nothing from her. If you got her the second, she's okay.
HD, didn't Showtime agree with me yesterday when I came on there at halftime and said when they tried to go to feet early in that Chicago game, Chicago was up 14. As soon as McBride and Courtney Williams started going off, the lead dwindled.
It was
dwindled. No, he didn't disagree. He didn't disagree. No, Show didn't disagree. Show said it during the broadcast.
Yeah, didn't he agree with me when I came at halftime?
Last night.
No, but Prince, he said it before you got on there. Show basically said that. Like he said they started waking up, but if they wouldn't have woke up, we'd have won that game by 30. Like because Angel was doing her job.
All I'm saying is I agree with HD when he says she's not their impact player. She might be the best player on the roster, but she's
the best player on the roster.
When they tried to go to feet early, for some reason, Chicago just happened to be up 14. That's all I know.
That's cool.
As soon as McBride and Courtney Williams started hitting threes, Minnesota looked like Minnesota.
It was over.
That's all I'm saying.
It was over.
That's all I'm saying.
And then that bench, that number 77 and Diamond.
Criteria for winning MVP.
No, the criteria is your record and your stats. That's how it's always been.
That's what it is, Kim Fo. She finished.
Showtime.
Why is she? Kim Fo. Why is she?
We argue all the time about it, though. In the basketball community.
Real talk, Prince. If Asia Wilson didn't have a historical year last year, Fee would have won last year. They would have gave it to her, bro. You do know that, right?
Hold on, say it again.
If Asia didn't have a historical year last year, Fee would have been an MVP. They would have
gave it because Asia won a unanimous.
You're not
that was just fanfare talk. That was
fanfare. Listen. If she didn't have a historical year, she would have never won. She was unanimous because she was historical. There's no way you can. bro, she the first player in WNBA history to score 1,000 points. If she had one of those 21, if she had a similar year like this year, last year, Fee would have won, bro. You know it,
I gotta go back and look. I can't say for sure. I gotta go back and look at Fee first 20 games. I gotta go back and look. I gotta go back and look at her
win
first
this
20.
year. Watch.
Because Asia started off the season. See, Asia started off the season cooking. So I gotta go see Fee first 20 games, and I'll let you know. I give you an honest assessment, but I know Asia winning unanimous by the media.
No, yeah, because Asia had the greatest individual season in WNBA history. What I'm telling you, if she didn't do that,
I get what you're saying. She wouldn't have won
unanimously, bro. She would have lost.
I get what you're saying, though, Show. But I'm saying I think the fans made it more closer than it actually was.
Man, Buck don't fan. They don't. A lot of these forget.
I'm saying I don't think nobody in the league thought it was close.
I'm telling you the truth.
I don't think nobody in the league thought it was close. I really don't think that. I don't think nobody in the league thought it was close.
Yeah, it's not close because she did something historical. She had to do something historical to win an MVP last year. That's my point.
Show, even Fee told you it's not close. In the Olympics, who they gave the ball to?
Kimfo, you having a different argument. We know Asia the best player in the world. I'm talking about individual season last year. Fee was right there, Kimfo. There were people that wanted to give it to her, but they couldn't because Asia had a historical year, bro. If she had a similar year like she having now or the previous year, like if she would have had a similar year like her second MVP year, last year they would have gave it a Fee. I guarantee you they would have. They didn't really want to get that shit to Asia.
I'm gonna have to go look, man. I'm gonna have to
go ahead. Look, you must forgot. I had Asia winning MVP and Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm gonna have to go look, man. I'm gonna have to go look. Nah, she should have won Defensive Player of the Year. She should have got the Michael Jordan treatment. She should have got Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, and Olympic gold medal. She should have had that Michael Jordan year. They tried to take it from her. They didn't want to give her that Michael Jordan year.
I agree. I thought
that's what it really was. It was an agenda. But they did not want to give Asia Wilson that Michael Jordan year. It was an agenda.
They criteria, they base it off of these advanced stats. And they base it off of team success. So when I pick an MVP, I'm basing it off of okay. And again, the media, the way they critiquing, the stuff they go off of, I think it's a bit unfair, and I think it's a bit disingenuous because they'll move the goalpost and they'll change criteria every single year. But based off of, again, last year, you got to go off what happened I'm basing off of last year, and I told you on and off the record. Based off last year, Fee finished in second. She lost in the finals. She was MVP in our rival. And then the moves they made in the offseason, this team is going to be deep. They're going to be number one in the West. Number one in the West, number one in the entire league. And Naphessa Collier, all that she need to do is put up MVP numbers. She was going to win. Mission accomplished.
I don't know. I'm just waiting on Fee to have a signature moment. Kind of like you said, but you kind of like you said about Asia. Like Asia had the 1,000 point season, right? I need Fee to have a signature moment.
That's fair.
Are we just gonna give it to her because she came into the season with the agenda?
Again,
they're gonna give it to her. She came in the season with the agenda.
I want to see Fee have a signature playoff moment, and I'm talking about when it's like what we saw from last year. Not this past year, the year before that. Asia was pissed off. She felt like she should have won an MVP over Stewart. She took that personal, and she made everybody pay, and she won the championship that year. And the way she dominated the playoffs, I want to see that from Fee in the playoffs. I want to see her pissed off, show everybody, look, we got robbed, because she's on record saying we got robbed. I feel like we should have won. Okay, well, you got an opportunity this year. This team, to me, is better than the team last year. So Yeah, that's a different conversation. Again, this MVP conversation, I got an MVP. Keep it like that.
Let me get to these super chats, man. Great MVP convo. It was even a little spicier than I thought it would be. Great chat, man. We're gonna wrap up, but let's get to these super chats right quick. Paper Sack Brown for the $4.99 super chat. Sometimes MVP is based on outliers like Westbrook. It could be Angel if the Sky get the 8 seed. Sometimes, yeah, you got your outliers. Every 20 years, you'll have an MVP where they did something historic. They could be a needle mover in the voting, because I think the year Russell Westbrook run it, there was only like the 7th seed. I don't know if that's correct, show.
Yeah, they was pissed off that Kevin Durant went to Golden State. That's all.
Yeah, and they had that agenda going with it.
Yeah,
and
that's
he had
all.
a triple double. I mean,
yeah. That's all that was. We remember that.
It's always you gotta have a.
He had another one from ST13. I didn't do. I don't know where it's at. I think he had one from ST.
I don't see it.
You don't see it? Thought she had.
No, I think that's the only one. You said ST?
Yeah, ST13. I see it. It was a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate that, ST13. I think there's always an expectation versus achievement ratio that people use when voting MVP, All-Star, etc. That ratio hurts Asia and the Aces. Correct. I agree. Again, I don't like to go with the majority. I like to look at basketball myself and say, who got signature moments? Who's the most important to their team? What was their impact against great competition? I mean, in basketball circles, yeah, you got your best player on best team. 9 out of 10 times usually wins it, unless they've won it 2 times in a row and they get voter fatigue. So but I don't like to use that. I like to look at the game itself and say, who had impact, who had signature moments, who played good against perhaps other top 5 players that they went up against. How did they perform against them? And that's how I do my MVP. Like, what did you do when it mattered? What was your signature moment when it mattered? When your team needed you? And again, that's my pushback against Fee Show. I'm not saying Fee isn't up there. My pushback is once Fee has her signature moment, she'll leak forward to number 1, literally. I'm waiting for her Asia playing, she playing, or Jaquel and Stewie's back, and Minnesota needs a go-ahead bucket. I need Fee to make that bucket. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I need Fee to make that bucket.
We'll see.
But, man, great show. Showtime HD. Another great one. Man, appreciate the chat. Appreciate the super chats. Sorry for being late. Again, Showtime was out there looking for that John Collins jersey. They ain't make the first one yet, man. If you ain't watched Showtime John Collins breakdown on his channel earlier today, he was up 8:30 in the morning. He must have had his alarm on HD, because he was I got up to go to the office. He was already live. I was like, my dude don't sleep.
Yeah, he had it ready.
I thought HD don't sleep.
He been speaking.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the Dewana Bonner.
Oh yeah. My bad, y'all. Sorry about Showtime. What you got on Dewana Bonner? Well, how you feel about it? Is that a big move? Is that a needle mover?
Yeah.
Where does they get them? Because right now they're the.
Hey, now
they're
y'all.
The second seed.
This might be a hot take. I now have Phoenix Mercury, and look, listen to me now. I know what y'all gonna say. She played like crap against Indiana. I don't want to go through that whole thing. I get tired of talking about that stuff. Look, we understand that wasn't a good fit. Let's move on. How did she play last year and the year before that with the one Alyssa Thomas?
She balled.
Alyssa Thomas, Alyssa Thomas allows her to play her game. That's the difference. She's not going to take shots away from her. She knows her spots on and off the basketball court. But and most importantly, on the basketball court, she knows where she likes the ball. You know, she knows when to feed her the ball. So I think Phoenix Mercury is definitely the biggest threat to beat Minnesota. I don't think there's going to be I don't think New York Liberty going to have a good finish. I don't. Too many injuries. They had a deep playoff run 2 years in a row. I think y'all forget that too, because they lost to Vegas 23. Last year they a deep playoff run, and it went all the way to the brink. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going. I think they're gonna lose in the semis. So I got Minnesota and Phoenix as a favorite.
Yeah. What about you, HD? DeWanna Bonner signs with Phoenix Mercury.
This gives me more confidence for them to beat Minnesota. It all is going to come down to how Kai's health is, because I think Kai's going to be the closer on this team. Bonner, I think, will fit in well. She just has to fit in and not try to take over, because I like how all the other players are playing around AT and Satu. So I hope she don't come in and disrupt that. But if she finds a way in that lineup, finds a way to produce and do certain things in the game to help the team win, I can see this team winning. Like I say, I got them in the Storm being the biggest threat to the Lynx, and I think they took that step ahead.
Yeah. My only concern is, y'all, you know how you can have a player come in, but they just come in too late.
Yeah,
that's what I'm concerned. Like, when she comes in, being that she didn't have an off season with them, and I agree with Showtime, Bonner had her best scoring season at 15 points a game with AT, better than she had when she had her Hall of Fame career with Phoenix the first time. She had her highest scoring per game season with AT last year, but I'm just worried. Like, is she mentally in step? Like, is she mentally there for a big playoff push, not just a regular season and put up some numbers? And is her not being with Memphis during the off season going to hurt how they use her? Even though she can't be a plug and play.
I think Bonner's on that revenge tour. Like, I think she's pissed at how she has that stain on her career from being with Indiana. She trusted a coach. I think she's finna come back for revenge, like I'm trying to win it all to rub it in their face attitude. That's just me.
Prince, I'm gonna tell you this. They got an NBA coach. This guy,
I like Nate.
See, he knows that, okay, what the players we have on our team, that's what got us here. We're not gonna mess up our camaraderie by adding on DeWanna Bonner. He's gonna bring out the bench. Player, he's gonna bring her in slowly. He's having AT though is gonna be very important for him, because she's gonna see AT very smart. She knows she's gonna tell Bonner, and Bonner gonna listen. Look, we just need you to do this, sweetheart. I understand you were starting last year, but we already got enough scoring in the first, and we got Satu, we got Collier. We need your scoring off the bench, and I think she'll be more accepting to playing on this team with AT, because she trusts her leadership, and she knows she want what's best for her. So having AT is going to really help out. Another thing too, DeWanna Bonner have respect for Satu. She knows Satu is an all-star, clear copper, a champion, all-star. So she's not gonna look at them like, I should be starting over them. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I could see, to be honest, those two players are not stopping her from starting. But you get what I'm saying, though. Now, West Bell, that may be a point. She actually starts on West Bell and they put AT at the 5. I could see that happen. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, I think this guy, he's going to bring her in slowly. He's going to, get her caught up with the playbook, the style and everything. And then probably by the second half of the season, you may see her get started minutes, or you're going to see her minutes increase. And I think DeWanna Bonner's going to be fine. She's going to do really good Phoenix.
I agree. I think she's going to do good. But I just want to temper people's expectations as far as I don't see her averaging 15, because gonna get bulk of the shots, and then you got Khalil Copper there as well. You had more players on Connecticut that was willing to take a back seat to DeWanna Bonner than you have on the Mercury. Because McConney still gonna want to get hers off. Whitcomb still won't get hers off. Because Whitcomb is one of those conscious Mabry type of shooters. Like she gets it, she ain't looking for DeWanna Bonner.
Nope.
Hey, Showtime. She gets it and she open. She ain't looking for nobody.
Yep. And look,
that's family.
Look, I think a successful season for DeWanna Bonner and the Mercury at this point, coming so late into the season, if DeWanna Bonner can average 8 and 5, give me 8.5 rebounds, and I think that's a successful, because you only got less than 30 games left, like 28, 27 games. I don't know how many games Mercury's played total. So 27, 28 games left in the season. She give me 8 and 5, 9 and 5. I would consider that successful, but the Mercury would still have to be a top 3 seed. That means she helped keep them afloat and help keep them in pace. If she does that, I think she can definitely help this team. And I think they'll need a scorer like her to come in during the playoffs, because I don't trust their bench. That's one thing about the Mercury I really don't trust is their bench. I don't think they have a player on their bench where you can just give them the ball and say, go get a bucket. You can kind of, at this stage of DeWanna Bonner's career, you wouldn't want to do it too much, but you can do it in spurts. Like you can give her a 2-3 minute little spurt that says, hey, DeWanna, go do your thing. And she can probably be successful at it. So I think DeWanna Bonner is going to be more impactful for them during the playoffs than the regular season. That's why I'm tempering her expectation for the regular season 8 and 5. And that's a successful regular season for me for DeWanna. Because I think they brought her for the playoffs. She's a champion. She's proven. I mean, technically, her and Collier are the only champions on that team. So it will be a good addition. It will be a good addition. But man, appreciate all of y'all. Again, we're gonna get those MVP so far during the season on our community post. Be locked in with Star Hoop Central. More and more conversation is coming. The only place you can pull up to and understand basketball, from X's and O's to locker room to on the court to coaches' mindsets, players' mindsets, development, all of that. This is the place to be, the one-stop shop for all things WNBA basketball on tap. Showtime, go over there to Showtime On Point Sports. HD, you already know what it is. Key Facts, I am Zomedia. I'm your host, Prince, filling in for Key today. She's still over there eating those oxtails and crab cakes. So shout out to my girl. But man, appreciate it. Any last word before we get out of here? Showtime in HD.
Goggles.
Hey,
let's go.
If y'all don't know, HD like Alicia Gray. Like that's his girl. That's his girl.
Look. Y'all know who Goggles is. Don't ask me who Goggles is in the chat. Get blocked around here. Just kidding.
Man, but appreciate y'all. Y'all be cool. Y'all be smooth. Share this stream. Clip it up. I want to see this stream. Look, I'm challenging everybody still up in here. I want to see this stream clipped up on Twitter, on Instagram, on stories. I'm challenging y'all. Moving forward, I want to see us. I want to see our face everywhere. But it's up to y'all to get it out there. So I want to see this on Twitter by the end of the night. Go clip this up. But other than that, share this video, like this video, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell for notifications. This is Star Hoop Central, the best in the business, and we out, man.
Yeah, learn. Dribble the drain, we caught the debate. Talking bar coops, no room for the fake. Star Hoop Central, the spotlight beams, where hoop heads clash, dissecting teams. Sky high takes from the arc to the paint. Truth on display, no room for complaints. Bounce that thought, let the dialogue reign. Star Hoop Central, we reign in the game. Pick and roll knowledge, alley-oop flows, crossovers in convo, the rivalries grow. From the ghosts to the rookies, we frame the tale. Slam dunk opinions, the details prevail. Sky high takes from the arc to the paint. Truth on display, no room for complaints. Bounce that thought, let the dialogue reign. Star